So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
What is your home club? How long has your team been together? Any new players this year?
Our home club is the Airdrie Curling Club in Airdrie, and we've been together for 2 years, and the whole team is the same.
Yeah, awesome. And do you players live in the same area, or do you travel to play together?
Yeah, there's 2 of us in Airdrie, 1 in Calgary and 1 in Red Deer. Yeah.
Who coaches your team, and what strengths do they bring?
Mickey Pendergast is our coach, and he brings a wealth of strengths to our team, lots of experience and knowledge, and knows the game really well.
What has become the identity of Team Sluchinski? What do you guys do well, and how will you use that to win games this week?
Our identity is never give up. We just grind it out till the end. Yeah.
All right. Talking about some individual player strengths, these are kind of less serious. Who would you say is the lead communicator on the ice? Who's really pushing information, wake calls, that kind of thing?
Kerr, our second, is probably the loudest guy out there. He throws his weight around a little bit, and yeah.
Good. Speaking of weight, who can throw the biggest weight on the team?
Kerr as well. Yeah, he can whip them pretty good.
Who would you say stays the calmest, most even keel on the ice?
I'd love to say me. I mean, when you got to draw the pin for the win or something, you got to be pretty even keel, so I can usually stay pretty calm out there.
What about off the ice? Who would you say is the jokester of the team who keeps it light?
Kerr. Yeah, he's always got something funny to say. Yeah.
Who handles the pregame pump-up music?
Dylan, but it's horrible.
But it might be up for review then.
Yeah.
Who's usually driving the team vehicle to and from Spiels or to and from the hotel?
I'd say Dylan's probably our primary driver, and I'd be our secondary. The other two never drive.
Lucky them.
Yeah.
Who'd you say is the real foodie on the team? Who's really concerned about planning restaurants or snacks?
Dylan. Dylan always needs to eat. He's got to feed those guns he's got going.
All right, finally, last question. What would it mean to you to wear the blue and gold jacket at the Montana's Briar?
It would mean a lot. I've been in this thing. This is the 11th try, so it'd be nice to win one of these and get to the Briar for sure.
Well, good luck this week. Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Very good.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
Welcome, everybody, to the final of the Boston Pizza Cup Alberta Men's Provincial Curling Championship. I'm Chelsea Carey, and I have the pleasure of being here with Evan Asmussen to call the game for you guys today. How's it going, Evan?
Oh my goodness, I'm fresh out of Hinton, back at my home, and I am ready to sit next to you and enjoy some wonderful curling and to await our newly crowned champion.
Yeah, it should be a really exciting game, and looking forward to getting some insight from you because you were in Hinton all week. As far as the crowds and the ice conditions, it looks like it's been a fantastic event.
Honestly, Chelsea, we have been treated to marvelous curling, incredible players, and we've got two of the finest here in our province ready to battle it out to see who's going to be wearing the blue and gold at the 2024 Montana's Brier.
Yeah, if this game is anything like the 1-versus-2 game that we saw last night between these two teams, Team Cooey and Team Sluchinski, we are in for an absolute treat. It was a wild finish and all kinds of momentum swings and great shots and some missed shots and just a roller coaster of emotions that was really exciting to watch. So I expect nothing less today, and we will have a newly crowned Alberta champion shortly.
So taking a look at our teams today competing, we have Team Cooey, and on Team Cooey's lineup, we have Karek Martin, Jacques Gauthier, Tyler Tardy, and of course, Kevin Cooey himself. And they're representing the Glencoe Curling Club in Calgary, Alberta. And their opposition today is Team Sluchinski, featuring Dylan Webster, Kerr Drummond, Jeremy Hardy, and Aaron Sluchinski, and they represent the Airdrie Curling Club in Airdrie, Alberta.
So by virtue of the finish, Sluchinski winning that 1-versus-2 game, they are awarded choice of rocks and the hammer in this game. So they've selected the yellow stones, which are the rocks they played with yesterday, which can get a little bit interesting because these are the same rocks that Team Cooey has had in their this is now their third game in a row with these same set of red rocks. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any discussion about rocks and moving things around, or if both teams are comfortable with the colors that they've chosen.
And when we're thinking about Aaron Sluchinski today, coming out of that 1-2 game, being successful in that 1-2 game, and thinking about all the advantages that they have alongside them, I think this is going to be a really easy start for both of our teams, as one, Kevin Cooey just came out of the semifinal, and two, Aaron Sluchinski has everything he needs to equip himself for a wonderful start to this game.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams coming in with some confidence. Sluchinski from having beat Cooey yesterday in that 1-versus-2, and then Cooey from coming out on top of a very, very tight battle against Karsten Sturmey with a little bit of a comeback win, really, in that one. So both teams, I would imagine, quite confident. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Team Sluchinski take it a little bit easier to start this game because the ice conditions may have changed. They played last night and just kind of feeling it out a bit more, where Team Cooey will feel really good about what the ice is doing. They'll feel very dialed, and they're also the more veteran team in this situation.
We see Dylan Webster here settling in nicely with a nice halfway come around draw. Looks like the conditions are reacting as similar as they have been all week so far.
Speed should be good here.
Yeah, how did you find the conditions out there, Evan? It looked from watching on TV that they were very good, really fast and quite a bit of curl.
Oh, Chelsea, I could go on about the venue and the ice surface and the incredible production it has been so far this week. But honestly, with ice like this, it is there's no disagreement in why some of these shots are being made and how they're being made. The conditions have been absolutely perfect, and we were treated to that all week.
Good.
Carrick Martin in the hit and roll, just hanging on to the side of the 12-foot.
Pretty important to stick that. That seems like a minor thing, but it actually isn't really at all. So looked a little nervous there for Carrick for a minute, but did manage to stick that. So I'm going to force Aaron Sluchinski to chase it.
And throwing his second lead stones is Dylan Webster.
Yep.
Dylan is quite an accomplished lead himself, and he's been with this team and in combination of this team for a long time, and honestly one of the top players here in this province. And I expect that the two front-end players today are going to set up their teams significantly for whatever end they plan to accomplish. I always, Chelsea, find it hard to play out in the wings here early on. You're going to see some teams, maybe not these two, make some early mistakes out here in the wings as they're mapping out the sheet.
Yeah, and it seems like an easy thing here to hit and stick, but it's, you hear Mike Harris reference it all the time. If you can draw the 8-foot and hit and stick, you win a lot of curling games, and those seem like two really basic things, but they're not, and especially early in the game, do you throw that a little bit harder because you're out wide and the pebble might be a little bit fresh? But then if you do, you can't afford to roll out on the high side. Like, that's a harder shot than it seems like it is, especially early in the game.
And we also find many teams take a different approach to that too as well. And I think a lot of that comes out of the pregame practice and how confident they're feeling with the sheet and the rocks themselves. But then also some teams address this first end a little bit differently and how they're going to choose their weight choices as they're mapping out the sheet.
For sure. You'll often see teams throw so if you normally would throw that with, say, a control weight, something like a 10.5 second hit, you might see them throw more like a 9.5 in the first end just to make sure it doesn't catch some fresh pebble and take off. The men's sweepers are so good that it's a little bit less concerning for teams with the caliber of sweepers that these two teams have, but it's definitely a conversation that is had, and you do have to be a little bit careful in that first end.
So we're seeing a little bit of back and forth here, but eventually somebody's going to make that nice roll and challenge the end a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of a matter of who makes it first here at this point. You have to make sure he's stuck, and they've all done that so far, but so now it switches to who's going to make this roll. It's more in the middle of the house now. There shouldn't be a huge risk of a rollout, but the team that makes this first, obviously advantage goes to them early in this end.
Kerr Drummond throwing the second stones for Team Sluchinski. Quite an accomplished curler himself, and not just with this team, but internationally, a world junior gold and bronze medalist out of Scotland.
Yeah, anyone who was watching the Olympics a few years ago would be familiar with Kerr's brother, Greg Drummond, who is still involved in high-performance coaching in Scotland, but also was part of that David Murdoch team a few years ago that I believe won a silver medal, if I'm not mistaken, at the Olympics. So definitely a great pedigree for Kerr, and really cool to get him to see him finally play in a provincial. He's been on this team, Team Sluchinski, for years, but he wasn't able to play in a Canadian playdown until last season. But then last year during the Boston Pizza Cup, his wife Sarah gave birth to their first child, so he was also not available to play in this event last year. So really awesome to get to see him finally play in this event.
And we put so much emphasis, Chelsea, on the back-end players, specifically Aaron Sluchinski, Kevin Cooey, Tyler Tardy, and Jeremy Hardy. But I think after watching these last couple of games, we're really going to see the catalyst come at that position, at the second position, with Kerr Drummond and Jacques Gauthier, and how they've been managing not only their own throws and not only their own aspects on the ice, but also how they're going to manage their team and work alongside their team as sweepers, because they are incredible at both.
Yes, I agree. And we have seen, in my opinion, the second position has become a lot different since we brought the 5-rock rule into play. You used to think seconds just had to be able to hit, they had to be able to throw it hard, and that was kind of it, which is an oversimplification, but certainly was kind of the case. And then now with that 5-rock rule, they're throwing a draw almost always on their first shot. So they have to be both. They have to be, essentially you have 2/3 on the team. They both have to be able to do everything from those touch shots to those big weight shots. So I agree that I think that that's going to be a pivotal matchup between Jacques Gauthier and Cara Drummond here.
Tyler Tardy with a wonderful come around. My goodness, that's incredible sweeping to get that by.
Yeah, very, very well swept. Going to be looking for another run back here from Jeremy Hardy.
Normal.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Curl.
Whoa. Yeah, curl.
Straight.
Whoa. Shot.
No doubt about it. Such precision. Jeremy Hardy.
Yeah, no, if Team Sluchinski's nervous, they're not showing it yet. They haven't really blinked so far in a really big game. I know a couple of them have been in a similar position to this before, but there has to be some nerves, but they're certainly not letting on that there is.
Now, Chelsea, what we're seeing right now, Kevin, look, there we go. I was going to say, looking at the opportunity to draw as he changes his mind here.
He heard you.
Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah, I think he must have thought that was a little bit more buried than it actually is. I mean, he can't see a ton of it, but he's probably got a good third or so from the hack. So a makeable chase. You'd rather chase this than, if you throw the draw, obviously there's a pretty big risk of giving up too. So if you can see this, I think you chase it. And I think when Kevin got partway down the sheet and turned around, he went, oh, just kidding. I can actually see quite a bit of that rock.
And and I guess that goes to how comfortable both these teams are with the surface, with their stones, and with their play so far. We might actually see some more aggressive decision making here earlier on in the game, just because of how ready they are on this sheet today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just with cigar.
Yeah, classic commentator's curse there.
Yeah.
Right after we said how comfortable they are. Just a little overcurl there, and that might be that fresh pebble that we talked about in the first end, and that is always kind of the risk with those shots with playing sort of a hack or a board weight in the first end, is if you do hit some of that fresh pebble, it can be a little bit hard to control.
It's not bad.
Well, Chelsea, it's been a little deceiving this week because the ice conditions have been so wonderful but so keen. We've been seeing sheets of ice that have been running way north of 16 seconds. And so when you're thinking about playing those hack weight shots, you're really not driving out of the hack as intensely because your ice conditions are so quick. So it's trying to find that balance and that kick and that timing too as well, and making those shots early on while the ice is still fresh.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a thing that I think, maybe some viewers and some once a week club colors might not realize, is that when we use those times and we say, it's a 14-second draw, well, 14 doesn't necessarily always feel like 14, which it sounds a bit ridiculous, but it can sometimes feel like 15 if it's really fast underfoot. That's a conversation that you hear. This ice just seems like it's fast, period, in general. So then all of a sudden, where I would normally say I want to throw at about a 12.5 for a hack, on this ice it might be more like a 13.5 because it is that quick.
Right on my brim here, guys. Right on my brim.
So Aaron Sluchinski's first stone of the end, and we're seeing him draw to the side of the house here. Split the rings to lay 2.
Whoa, just let it sit. Nice.
Trying to make sure they don't set up a routine double here for Kevin. Wonderful.
Very well placed there. I think they looked at going around that guard, but it was hard to go around the guard and not leave Kevin a double of some kind. So I think smart call there to go to the open side.
And that's going to be on the mind and kind of in the playbook of Sluchinski throughout these next 9 ends after this one, considering the ability of Tyler Tardy and Kevin Cooey to be able to make those doubles, those crosshouse doubles, those runbacks so precisely. They're going to have to be accurate today.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be always really careful when you're playing someone as talented as Kevin Cooey with that big weight. So there's just, his repertoire has everything in it. So you got to be looking at rocks that don't look like they're in play, because maybe he could come off that and maybe he could make a double off that. And he's just done it to so many teams so many times over the years that they'll know that, but it makes for a much more stressful situation for Team Sluchinski, because you have to be thinking of everything all the time. You don't want to leave Kevin a shot, but you have to.
Good control.
Kevin Cooey with his last rock here in the first end, looking to make a very precise hit and roll underneath the guard. It's close.
Oh,
just like that.
Pretty perfect right there. Couldn't do a lot better than that.
Yeah.
So a couple of choices here, Chelsea.
Yeah, both.
Normal, I think.
We got a run back opportunity, maybe a hack weight through the port. Looks like they're electing to play the run back.
Yeah, they've made a few runbacks already this end, so I don't mind this. And like we just said, playing that quiet weight in the first end where there might be some fresh pebble is sometimes a little bit tricky. They should feel good about the ice for this. They've made several in a spot close to this already. And from what I saw of Aaron, what I've seen of him all week, but what I saw of him yesterday was he's a bit of a killer with these. So I'm not surprised that this is his choice.
Final stone and end number one.
In. Yep. Hard.
Sweepers are on it. Brilliant.
Great
Team
shot there.
Sluchinski for the early deuce in this championship final.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Halfway.
I like this.
Welcome back to the Bill Thomson Arena in Hinton, Alberta. We saw a great first end already with neither team really hesitating and very well executed by Team Sluchinski to get their deuce with a hammer in that first end. So it will be Team Cooey with the hammer here in two, looking to bounce back from that two.
Now, Chelsea, as we're setting ourselves up for a really incredible game and we're deep already into the game itself, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about how both of these teams got to where they are here in this moment. Now, this was a 12-team triple knockout, and it started 5 days ago. And we had 12 of the best teams in the province here this week. An incredible amount of teams that have come with different backgrounds from different parts of the province, and how they qualified into this event is also in itself a feat. Now we have Team Cooey, Team Sluchinski, and Team Sturmey qualifying through the World Curling Rankings. We had Team Parent and Team Tau through the Alberta Curling Tour. Team Jakes, Libis, and Adams through the Granite Qualifier in Edmonton. Team Vavrick and Webb through the Grand Prairie Qualifier, and Team Dunbar and Jenkins through the Last Chance at the Calgary Curling Club. Now, these two took an interesting route. Team Sluchinski went with a win through Team Dunbar and then lost to Team Sturmey in the A, which dropped them down to the B, and they rolled off 3 straight wins to take that B qualifier before meeting Kevin Cooey in the 1-2 game. Kevin Cooey took a different route to find his way here today, rolling off 3 straight wins against Libetz, Vavrick, Sturmey, and winning that A qualifier against Sturmey before losing the 1-2 game to Sluchinski, finding himself in the semifinal this morning, and then here we are. Both different pathways to this game.
Yeah, and the triple makes that interesting because a lot, if you have a round robin, then everyone's basically playing the same number of games. Your team that goes from the 1-2 game straight to the final might play one less, but that's kind of it. Where with the triple, if you qualify that A side, it's great, and you want to do that in theory, but you play a lot less games overall in the event then. So there can be some management involved in that. It can be, I don't think it would affect either of these two teams, and I don't think it affected Team Cooey really, but it can, especially for a younger, like a rookie team, to have all that time off.
Well, we see early on in the triple knockout format that those teams that have worked their way here and through the qualifiers, it might take them a little bit longer to get ramped up and going. But as the field starts to dwindle down and as those teams start to condense to the final weekend, the competition and the play starts to get way more intense. The familiarity with the ice, with the surface, starts to get a little bit more predominant. And then we find these teams that are usually staples on the championship weekend being challenged a little bit more often through this triple knockout format. So we got a wild start already to the second end here with 3 yellows lined up right along the center line. Some precision out of Team Sluchinski so far, carrying that momentum from the first end.
Yeah, they haven't really missed yet. It's been pretty impressive. So big shot here from Jacques Gauthier. Not really necessarily worried about making all 3 of these go. I don't even know that you can, but wanting to make some noise on this back 2.
Okay.
Unfortunately there for Team Cooey, if you're going to miss that, you want to miss it by more than that, so that you'd roll your shooter away a little bit more to a corner guard. Does leave that shooter in play here, but still decision time for Aaron Sluchinski because there is that buried red rock around the corner guard.
Tara Drummond taking his time in the hack, looking to set up the guard here. Oh,
Whoa.
peeling.
The run back maybe.
There we go.
Roll out. Okay.
Spills the guard, but exposes that red run over in the 12-foot.
Yeah, that was the acceptable miss there, the tolerance as we would call it. You again, you don't want to just miss that and leave your shooter there. So not the result they were looking for, but a pretty decent outcome from Kerr. Kevin going to the middle here, looking to tap this back, probably stay frozen on the top one and move that back one either out of the house or at least kind of to the back 12 foot or so.
And that's kind of the key of this shot too, is to have that shooter stay somewhere near frozen or on top of that yellow rock right at the top of the house. But it looks like this is over curling early.
Well, yeah, I think that was gone right out of his hand. I'm not sure if it maybe grabbed a little bit or if he just maybe helped that a little bit on release, just a little bit of a softer release there. They did sweep it right out of his hand, and not the result they would have been looking for on that one.
Okay.
So a couple of choices here for Sluchinski.
Where
Either replace the guard or take a crack at removing those 2 reds off to the side with a double.
This one's like a half rock higher.
Okay.
It's just as easy to get it this way as it is outside.
Yeah, I like either way.
Okay. I think this turn.
Yeah.
So electing to play the double.
Yeah, and I think the smart thing here, rather than trying to hit this on the high side, is you could actually afford to over curl this and not even make the double and just hit the inside one and you'll still be sitting 3, would be the tolerance on this shot. You don't want to hit that outside one too thick, would be the only concern here for Jeremy Hardy.
Curl.
You're close. Keep going. Keep going.
Curl. Good.
That's good.
Not a bad result.
Yeah, like that's the tolerance there on that shot. You didn't have to actually make the double. It worked out pretty good. I mean, they still would have probably preferred to kill that red rock, but they've negated it
Right on the nose.
pretty much entirely because they also ended up sitting in essentially a freeze. So tough uphill battle here for Team Cooey to try to generate a multiple score.
How's that look?
minimum. I think it's...
So third for Team Cooey, Tyler Tardy, two-time World Junior Champion, 2018 and 2019.
Hard.
Looking to hit this right on the nose and stay right on top of the yellow. Great shot. And you can just see the management, Chelsea, from the sweepers during that shot.
Yeah, and the less weight you throw, we talked about this a bit in the semifinal, the less weight you throw, the more you can manipulate the line with the sweeping, both to hold it straight and to make it curl. So you see them often choosing this quiet weight, and that's the reason, because they can really play with it. It's when you have sweepers like this, it's a little bit of, it almost feels like you have a joystick and you can control that rock so precisely, which is just a great thing to be able to do.
Wonderful shot by Jeremy Hardy. Spills all the reds.
So it looks like we may be heading to Darren Moulding's least favorite place, which is known as Blanksville on this one. Team Cooey looking to rip both these out of there, and then we'll probably see an exchange of hits for the rest of the end here, and then Cooey will go try to set it up again in the next end.
And that's just a testament to the skill of this team and the ability to be able to maneuver different situations, but also to be able to bail out of situations when needed.
Absolutely. And I hear people all the time, they look at a line score and they see all these blank ends and they go, oh, that was such a boring game. It probably wasn't. Like, especially in men's curling, you see it start with a million rocks in the forefoot, and then you make a couple run doubles and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's a blank. It's not that it was boring to start with. It's just that they're that good. They're that good at those multiple rock removals, and then you end up with no choice but to blank the end and try again next time.
I think Team Sluchinski is going to be really happy with the outcome of this end. Being up by 2, having a blank end, moving that much further in the scoreboard and towards the end of this game.
Well, and especially in an even end, which it's a little bit early to be worried about scoreboard management in that sense, but you never mind seeing the other team blank an even end. You don't want to do it yourself. You don't mind seeing them do it. So definitely, I would suggest of the two teams that Team Sluchinski is happier with this outcome than Team Cooey will be.
Yeah, just good. Yep.
Now, we've seen a lot from this man over the years. Of course, the opening ceremonies, they talked about all of Kevin's accolades. But this week, up until the playoffs, we've seen some inconsistency out of Kevin Cooey, and just a little bit right there, too, as well, with the rollout.
Yeah, we saw it in the start of the semifinal as well, and then he played really well in the back half. I think Kevin generally is a closer. He's a back half player. He tends to get better when the pressure's on, when it's in those kind of do or die situations. But yeah, we've definitely seen more than I would expect. More like kind of half shots and little. They're not big misses. Like he just feather rubs the guard in the first end, and that leads to giving up 2. And then like a stick there doesn't seem that important, but now you're giving Aaron Sluchinski a chance to draw, which you don't really want to do. So just small mistakes, but mistakes that we don't typically see Kevin Cooey make.
And another little one here, which might just be the nature of the end so far. Taking the foot off the gas pedal just a little bit as they realize the outcome of this end.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you found this week, Evan, but often in arenas, I find that the draw weight to the wings, like it's actually a little bit faster to the wing than it is to the middle, because it doesn't hit that slide path and that fudge. So I don't know if you've seen that, but that would suggest to me that maybe that's been the case here as well, or is the case here as well right now.
So a blank end goes up on the board here at the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Thank you to the local sponsors in Hinton supporting the 2024 Boston Pizza Cup presented by Best Western. Thank you to Diamond sponsors Tourmaline, Tech, and Reynaldi & Sons Contracting Limited.
And we're back for the third end of the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup men's final between Team Kevin Cooey and Team Aaron Sluchinski. We saw a couple of great shots there by both teams, some multiple removal shots, and it turned into a blank pretty quick. So it is Team Sluchinski with a 2-point lead and Team Cooey with the hammer playing the third end.
Yeah. Fight for. Yeah. Hard.
Now, Chelsea, we are moving through this game lightning pace so far, but we need to take an opportunity to talk about the incredible facility and event that the Bill Thomson Arena and the Hinton Curling Club has put on for the spectators, for its community, and for our live streaming crew and the people across Canada as they've been tuning in all week. This has been a marvelous event, and the players have been absolutely satisfied with the way that they've been treated and the way that the curling has gone so far this week. Absolutely brilliant.
Wait's okay.
It really takes the community to be able to put on some of these events, and this was nothing shy of it.
Easy.
Yeah, that's all I've heard from everybody that's been there all week is just how incredible the community's been, how great the people have been, the crowds, all that stuff, which is what you want. I mean, that's what the players, that's the stuff you dream of, getting to play in front of a great crowd and in an arena with amazing ice conditions. And from what I've seen anyway, watching from a distance, it certainly appears that Hinton has done that.
And for the viewers at home who want to take another step into participating with this wonderful event and our championship final today, you can join in by purchasing your 50/50 tickets through Curling Alberta's website, which will allow the Hinton Curling Club to be able to fix up, repair, and pay for their chiller that went down in December. It's a win-win situation, a little bit of money in your pocket and a little bit of money back in to helping the Hinton Curling Club get up and running for its members. Those members who've been here all week supporting the curlers to be able to provide you this wonderful game today.
Well, from the sounds of it, Evan, it's not a little bit of money that could be in your pocket. These jackpots have been huge for the 50/50 from what I've seen.
So right now we're just over $10,000, and the overall jackpot this week, how much money has been raised, is above $60,000. It's an incredible amount to be able to give back into curling, give back into grassroots, and to be able to support our small local venues, to be able to put on events like this in the future. Double stuff the run back.
How many times can poor Jacques Gauthier do that in one event? He did one yesterday in the 8th when they gave up the 3 steal. He did one earlier today in the 8th as well. And now here again, like that's so close to being good. The bad luck involved in that is just painful for Team Cooey.
You know, and that's the nature of that shot too, as well, is it's so close. You have to be so precise, but the result can be drastic, and it actually can be quite, incredible to the team.
Yeah, that was, I made reference to it in the last end. If you're going to miss it, you want to miss it by more than that. Because being really close to making it and not quite making it is the worst case scenario, unfortunately, because you get penalized for being really good at curling.
Just over the top. But a good attempt.
Definitely a good attempt, but does leave Team Cooey's second shot in there. They're still going to have to deal with this kind of a bit of a mess in the middle.
Still a shade low. Yeah. Same thing.
I mean, he almost made it last time, so you have to think he'll be close on this one again.
Jacques Gauthier working to run this guard right back into the rings.
Hard!
It's close.
Hard! Oh my goodness.
And you can hear it in their voices, can't you?
Yeah, the frustration is high. That one was also close, and they got off it for a second, and it looked like it just curled on them a little bit.
Even with the red.
Okay.
And you got to wonder now, this has been a couple of times, what can we do to support Jacques Gauthier in making those moving forward?
Yeah, that needs to be something that's talked about for sure, because for him to miss the first one is just, like I said, it's just painful. I mean, it hurts me to watch that, because it's like really, it's a millimeter from being absolutely perfect, probably less than that. So I think just probably keeping it positive, and it is, Jacques Gauthier has done a pretty incredible thing this year in stepping into playing front end when he's been a back end player, I think, pretty much his whole life. And so those are sometimes hard because you're not icing yourself and you're not anyone calling it. It's different when you're not skipping. So just a little extra support for him, I think, from the team. And like, you threw that good, and well, that kind of a thing probably couldn't hurt.
Or freeze, is that any good? We're second, right?
So Jeremy Hardy with the halfway guard, looking to push the envelope a little bit, apply some pressure to Team Cooey.
Yeah, it's there. He's still going to draw here.
I like the run or the freeze. I don't like the chase.
I don't like the run. I don't like the freeze.
Okay, run it is.
Make the run.
And listening in here to these two talk, this really is a great snippet and some insight into the way this team communicates and makes decisions about their shots.
Yeah, I really like that back and forth, and I talked about this a little bit earlier, but Kevin Cooey, I think Tyler Tardy is a great fit for Kevin Cooey, because neither of them are people who like to talk a lot, who really analyze things out loud. It's more processing in their head, so very concise communication. And basically what Tyler did there is not take the options away from Kevin, but narrow it down so that it's either this or this. I like this or this. Kevin's like, I don't like this. Okay, then this is the call, and that's a really quick interaction. We've seen different iterations of Team Cooey have time clock trouble, and this team isn't immune to that by any stretch. But communication like that, the conciseness and the quickness of that conversation between Tyler and Kevin bodes well for this team.
And the result after that replay, you saw after that run back that yellow rock just spilled halfway in front of that red rock in the back of the rings.
Hard.
Good result, though. It opens that 4 foot up. At least you're going to be able to get in there, and now it's a more risk-free attempt at setting up 2 points here.
And putting a little bit of pressure on making this, and he does it. Wonderful throw by Jeremy Hardy.
Come around the stagger.
Really good sweep to get that by. They were on that right out of his hand.
I like the round the stagger. Freeze that yellow.
No point in freezing.
They blast.
And get here.
So Team Sluchinski sitting 2.
They were like coming around the
couple
guard.
of decisions to be made here by Team Cooey.
Like, I would have hit the guard.
Yeah, I'm going to have to play some kind of chase.
What's that?
I'm going to have to play some kind of chase on my first.
It's a pretty long guard.
I know, but if he's right here.
Well, he's not going to. Perfect. He won't be shot if he's there, though, right? From around the stagger?
That's very close.
Okay.
Kevin thinking ahead to his own shots here. The placement of this rock is important.
T-line's away.
Imagine it will be. No.
So Chelsea, they've elected to draw right behind the center guard.
I think he was calling the freeze on that back T-line rock, but that doesn't look like a lot of ice, so I'm not sure what they landed on here. That center line guard's just so long that it's hard to...
T-line. Room. Line's good.
You're late.
Go then. Line's good. Close for line.
Wait's good. Wait's good.
Line.
They are looking to play the freeze.
Line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard. Nice curled.
Okay, good job.
Great weight by Tyler Tardy, but just a little bit of an overcurl.
Yeah, weight was absolutely perfect. They weren't worried about the line early, so just seeing a little bit more finish there than they were expecting. They said room at one point.
Normal weight, right on the nose. Yeah.
So Aaron Sluchinski just looking to remove this red-yellow combo at the back of the 4 foot.
You'd like to not, you either want to stick your shooter or you want to not kill that back one probably and hand Kevin another blank here or an opportunity to draw around those staggered corner guards and potentially set up multiples.
Curl a touch. Whoa. Nice shot.
There you go.
Just like that, both of them go.
Well, same thing, or try and roll to here.
Good roll here. Pretty much right up there, Kirk. Or roll under there. I'm fine with that too. This looks a little nicer to me.
Okay.
Even if we get to here, we still got an in off for a. We could play the same shot.
So just deciding where to hit and roll to. That red guard seems quite long, quite accessible for Team Sluchinski. So maybe to the corner?
Yeah, I agree, but this looks like quite a bit of ice, so I'm thinking he's throwing this fairly quiet.
Just that kind of.
That quiet weight will allow them to be able to manage it with sweeping like we talked about before, but also to navigate the roll too as well.
You shade more?
Hard board. Almost control. Pretty hard.
Whoa. Close.
Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Go. Yep.
Clark Martin on the sweep.
Go. Good sweep, buddy. Shot.
Looks like it just got edge to edge.
Yeah. Roll it right.
Yeah, good attempt, just needed to roll half a rock to a rock further and it would have been perfect. It would have left Aaron a short little run back, but good chances shooter wouldn't have been in then, so they could have got the blank out of it. It's looking like a force here right now if Aaron Sluchinski can stick this. We saw this earlier, Jeremy Hardy threw it, so they should have a pretty good idea of this path.
Still have to be a little leery of the yellow rock at the top of the rings.
Yep. Hard. Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard.
Keep going. Keep
Drummond
going.
and Webster on the
Hard.
sweep.
Keep. Whoa. That's good.
And just like you said, hey, here, lining up these doubles, something that they're going to have to watch for all game.
Yeah, I would have liked to roll that a little bit more so that this double to blank wasn't so routine. Still has to be made, not a gimme by any stretch, but about 7/8 high, even 3/4 probably, with the kind of weight that Kevin Cooey is going to throw at this, and they will get a blank end out of this.
Kevin Cooey settling into the hack to throw his last rock here. Blank attempt.
Whoa. Girl. Go.
And jams it for a steal of one for Team Sluchinski, going 3-0 into the fourth end.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Thank you to the local Platinum and Gold sponsors, Sniper, 24/7 Compression, Quadra, Octane Controls Limited, Ascend, Wild Hay Oilfield Services Limited, Stitch and Print, and Sound Scaffolding.
Hard.
So we welcome you back to the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup Championship Final between Team Cooey, Team Sluchinski here at the Bill Thomson Arena in Hinton. We are into the fourth end. The score is 3-0 for Team Sluchinski. And joining me in the booth right now is Sheldon Hay from Boston Pizza. Thank you for taking the time out of your day and out of your viewing to come and join us and talk to us about this amazing event and, of course, the incredible curling so far.
Thanks, Evan. I'm really happy to be here.
You know what, Sheldon? We have seen an incredible display of performance here at the Bill Thomson Arena. 12 of the best curling teams across the province have showed up, and your amazing support has allowed these teams to come here to be able to put on a show for the town, for our community, for everybody across Canada. And without you, we really wouldn't be able to do what we're doing here today.
Thanks, Evan. Yeah, Boston Pizza is very proud to be sponsoring this event. The Northern Alberta Boston Pizza franchisees, this is one of our favorite sponsorships all year, so we're very happy to be involved.
Line's good.
When lead rocks into this fourth end here, Sheldon, observations, wonders, what are you seeing here in this championship final so far?
I think Team Sluchinski seems pretty calm. Aaron's always a cool cucumber, and yeah, they look like they're on today. Not very many shots missed at all. Kara has been unreal all week and unreal today. Yeah, it's been a great match so far.
And Sheldon, you've been here for most of the week and you've watched all the teams work their way through to this point. What have you been noticing about the teams that are not playing today for the future of this event moving forward?
You know, I am just so impressed by the competition this week. Friday night's draw was some of the most unreal curling I've ever seen. The curling all week has been phenomenal, but yeah, the competition has been really par between everyone, and I am so excited about the future. We've got teams like Jake's and your team did awesome too. I think the future is great for Alberta curling.
When we're speaking about the future of our teams and our competitors here in this province, and when you're looking at the playoff bracket, we saw one team that maybe our viewers are not familiar with, and that's Team Adams. And they ended up in the 3-4 game after beating Team Parent last night in the C qualifier. And they had an outstanding showing.
Yeah, they're really a bunch of up-and-comers, and really exciting to watch. It's, Team Parent as well. They had a great week as well out here. So our future is definitely bright.
And we see another overcurl and rub on the guard here by Team Cooey. Just a little bit of precision missing from their play today so far in these early ends.
Yeah, for sure.
Forward right. Yeah, I think so. We go run straight, I think. Yeah.
Kerr Drummond, the second for Team Sluchinski here. Sheldon, you've alluded to the incredible week that Kerr has had. And Chelsea and I talked about the pivotal role that Kerr is going to have for this team throughout this championship final. We've seen some incredible shot making from him. What do you see in the likes of this guy?
Yeah, I've been watching him for quite a few years now. I know this is his first year he's been able to curl officially with in the playdowns, but He just brings a calming influence to the team, and I'd be really interested to hear what his percentage is this week. I haven't seen him miss very many shots at all week.
Really hoping to run in.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think we had a half miss there by him, but he's been on fire this week.
Same thing?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. You need a shade more weight.
Like a pound more?
Now, Sheldon, Boston Pizza has been in our communities for decades, and you've had this event for so many years. We're so happy to represent you, your businesses, your franchisees, and the communities that you are established in. I know that it takes an incredible community, and this community of Hinton has put on quite a show.
No, straight.
Yeah, it's been a great week. The host committee has put on just an amazing show. It's one of the best Boston Pizza Cups ever, I'd say. Yeah, and getting back to Boston Pizza, we've been involved with this event since 1995, so our 29th year. And Boston Pizza is celebrating its 60th birthday this year. So we started 60 years ago now in Edmonton.
Wow.
Like bored?
Well, when we think about support, when we think about curling, and we think about the future generations, we know that both of these teams out here today have had incredible support too as well to get to where they need to be into this final championship. And honestly, without their supporters, without their sponsors, corporate, for the event and for the teams, really, we wouldn't be able to do these kinds of things and be here and be able to represent the way that we do.
Closer to board.
Yeah, well, it's our pleasure to be a part of this and to give back to the community. That's really what Boston Pizza is all about, and I can't think of a better event to be associated with.
Yep. Whoa. No.
Jeremy Hardy just making the hit and roll right under that corner. Kevin looking to move some things around. Looks like there's a double available.
I think you throw it hard. It's hard to roll over the top. Firm.
Could see a few rocks fly here.
Sure.
Now, Kevin alluding to the fact that this is pretty much routine, but we are seeing some heat out of Tyler Tardy here to make sure that those rocks are all removed.
Hard.
Looks close. And just like that, wonderful triple takeout by Tyler
amazing.
Tardy.
What a shot.
Oh, I can do I got air, Aaron. Yeah.
Now, it does leave that one in the
Like
top
same
four
weight?
accessible for this hit and roll.
That was board your last one.
Yeah.
You trying to throw board?
Yeah, same way.
Same way.
Jeremy Hardy with the hit and roll.
Whoa.
On the way. Curl.
Straight.
Straight. Go.
Straight.
One the other way.
Straight. Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Whoa.
Curl.
Whoa.
Sounds close.
Whoa.
Choosing to go the other way.
Shot.
Looks like they buried
Nice
at
call,
least
guys.
a good half.
Good communication there. That was good. Good audible.
Just snuck out a little.
Yeah.
Nice
Well,
shot.
piece.
Well, and that's pure communication from Team Sluchinski, recognizing that it wasn't going to have the initial outcome, but being able to pivot,
Good
get
just
that
draw,
plan
too.
B,
Are we shot?
and put a little bit of pressure on Kui here and making a decision if they chase or if they're going to come around. That center
Not sure
guard.
what he does.
He's got the slash double, right? We can play the hack later.
What do you like here, Chelsea?
Like we go draw. What's he doing?
I don't mind the draw.
Like I don't think he's playing that. You?
I think he is.
Probably.
I think he plays that 9 out of 10 times.
Well, and if he misses, we can do that.
Too, I think, if you play
that?
I don't mind the draw, Kev.
Yeah, the challenge is exactly what they just said. If you make this little chase hit and it's not easy to make, then it's a slash, like the slash
this.
run
if you
double
ever wanted to play just here and try and get a shade low,
is pretty makeable.
It looks like a pretty easy run double then if we're low. No?
yeah, you're keeping this yellow around is
I
all
see.
I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
Thanks to Tyler for reiterating what I was thinking there.
It's a real guess.
Should be similar to what you threw.
I think it'll be similar to this one.
And Kevin just said it best there, Chelsea. You know, we saw in the last end a couple of mistakes later on with where the broom has been placed. And it makes me wonder that maybe they're having a little bit of a tough time mapping out this side of the sheet, especially this far out into the rings.
Yeah, and I understand the logic that if they went around that yellow guard that Team Sluchinski is playing the run back, but if they don't stick the run back perfectly, you still can play a chase and maybe you get a rollout, or if they run it and don't stick it at all, then you could play this chase later. I personally like the draw better than this, but it's about what they're comfortable with at this point. They need to they need some momentum with a couple made shots in a row here for Team Cooler.
Back four. Whoa. Back four, back.
Yep. Whoa.
Yes.
Yep.
Hard. Go.
Just gets by.
Great shot.
Wonderful.
Wow.
When it leaves that yellow at the back of the rings as a potential catcher for some of the, well, what probably will happen here with a nice run back. They got to be a little careful here, Sluchinski.
Yeah, and that's what Kevin was saying. Like, if you remove that rock altogether, then he's ripping this slash all day, and you're gonna kill at least one. But now you have to be careful because the jam is lined up. So brilliant shot there from Tyler Tardy.
2/3 high.
Yeah, make sure the one goes off it.
Yeah. Even if there's
yeah, actually, if you straight plant, it's closer to.
I don't think it's ever going over the top.
Do you think Greta's laying 2 right now?
Better to hit that.
That's a good question. What are you betting, Sheldon?
I think Red's sitting 2. I think Kui's sitting 2 right now.
If I had to bet, I would agree with you. It's hard to tell from our overhead here, but it does look from our vantage point like they're sitting 2.
Yeah, it's possible.
Now, Sheldon, all week on our featured games, they have been watching our teams. They've been looking for these incredible shots to be made, like the one we're about to see here. And we've been offering the Boston Pizza moment of the game.
Hard!
Oh, and just misses it. Narrowly misses it.
It's a good try.
And that moment of the game, Sheldon, has been offered to a team that's been featured, that has just worked through some incredible moments. And then, of course, they get a Boston Pizza gift card for all of their excellent work. Small consolation, of course.
Well, if we're up there, he's playing this.
Yeah, I can't think of a better place to go after the game.
Top button. Are you always playing for the Innova?
Now, some decisions to be made, Chelsea, here, and it looks like they're taking their time mapping out what they want to get out of this end.
Yeah, let's see if we can listen into them here for a second.
Just make sure he doesn't play this.
No, I know, but I mean, this isn't bad too, right? I know, but I mean, we need some kind of this.
So they're going to choose to go around this.
So we'll make room for
center guard. They're just lining up how not to leave some kind of run double for Aaron Sluchinski. So what depth do you want this? That was most of that conversation.
It feels like it's maybe 2 feet heavier than this.
I agree with that. Yep.
I think I need a bit more. So compared to practice or same as practice?
Kevin Cooey looking to draw here around the center line guard and establish a couple of points here.
Good information from the sweepers there. Both Karik and Jacques agreeing that it's a couple feet heavier in this path.
Top
Hey,
button.
you want him just in front of the tee, top button.
Top
Line's
button.
good.
Sweepers like it.
Line's good. Top button.
Got it. Get it there for weight. Line will get there.
Hard, guys.
Looks
Hard,
close.
gotta be here. Hard, all you got. All you got.
Hard!
All you got.
Gauthier and Martin on the sweep. A little bit more.
Good sweep.
I wonder if they left a little bit of that open to chase. Yeah. Something that they were worried about and looking at early on. It is quite steep though, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's very steep, and you might still jam it on the side.
I think so too.
But reasonably risk-free. As long as you hit the first one, you may as well give it a try. you're giving up 2 anyway. There isn't really an option to negate that.
Yeah. Pretty much center line. Yep. Don't want to cross center.
Final stone from Aaron Sluchinski.
Yep. Hard. Try to go. Get it off that line.
Hard.
Back it up.
Hard.
Back it up.
Hard.
Back it up.
Looks close. Just like that.
Wow. There we go. Talk about moments of the game.
Yeah, that's an early candidate. You're right, Sheldon.
Yep.
Hard.
I was really worried about that jam too.
Back it up.
Hard.
Back it up.
Well, and it just shows how effective the sweepers are being able to not only hold the line, but be able to back it off just a little bit.
Yeah, you heard them saying that the whole way down. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Encouraging, I think it was Care on the inside there, but great sweeping. If you hit that any thicker, it does jam. So they hit it perfect to get away with that. It did jam, but it rolled out of the house. And now not only is that made, but they're sitting 2. So it's a force here from Team Sluchinski on Team Cooey, which is not what they would have been looking for. Oh, he might be trying the blank here.
That's what I was thinking. He had an opportunity to maybe hit that and take one, but it looks like he's electing to play the double blank.
Hard. Gotta go.
You really hope that if you're going to miss this, you're going to at least score 1 here.
Okay.
Just like that. Team Cooey takes their single here in the 4th end to fall behind by 2 points to Team Sluchinski. 3-1 moving into the 5th end.
Curling Alberta presents the 2024 Boston Pizza Cup, presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Brought to you by Boston Pizza, dedicated to establishing strong relationships with the community and supporting local sports. By Best Western Hotels and Resorts, a curler's home away from home. By Curling Alberta, spreading the power of sport through curling and inspiring the curlers of today and tomorrow. By the Hinton Curling Club and the local hosting committee. By the town of Hinton, a community of opportunity. By the dedicated local sponsors. And produced by Curling Stadium to bring the excitement to you.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
Isn't this lineup is triple peel for him?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Well, let's get over the.
Yeah, get over the line a little bit.
So we welcome you back to the 2024 Boston Pizza Alberta Men's Championship. We are working on the 5th end here. As you were at a commercial break, we saw just a picked rock here
Make sure, guys. Come on.
From Team Sluchinski to complicate the first couple of stones here in this fifth end.
Full 8.
Now the 2 centerline guards have gone up by Team Cooey. Chelsea, walk us through the thought process around that.
Yeah, you're in, I don't want to call it desperation mode just yet for Team Cooey, but you're certainly approaching that. So the double centers or double guns, we'll use a Darren Molding-ism on that one, is just attempting to set up either a steal or a force worst case scenario. You need all the rocks in play you can get here if you're Team Cooey.
Big kick. An interesting one.
Yeah.
So it seems like a little bit of confusion around maybe how the sheet is shaping up. Maybe some of the paths are changing here as we're halfway through the game.
Yeah.
I'd say play for 5 feet slow.
Yeah, there you go. Just heard them say it, 5 feet slow. So we didn't see that in the semifinal until the 10th end. They talked about it starting to get a little bit slower. So seeing that a little bit earlier here, where that slide path maybe is just getting a little bit fudgy through the middle.
Top 4.
Line's good. Hard, go. Hard.
Wait there.
No, line's good.
Just for line.
Top 4.
Line's really good.
T-line.
Everything has to curl.
Line's good. No, line's good. Right to the T.
Now, Sheldon, we've had a week of curling here at the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We know alongside this championship, the Manitoba final is going on as we speak. We've seen tons of teams pre-qualify and qualify over the last couple of weeks for the Brier. What are your thoughts? What are your expectations for the Brier coming up?
I think it's going to be exciting. I think the possibility that Alberta could have 3 teams in it is very exciting.
Hard.
Do we know who's in from Alberta already for the wild card spots?
Same shot.
Kevin Cooey is, well, Brendan Botcher obviously is in already, and that's why he's not at this event. Kevin Cooey, I think, is in whether he wins or loses this game.
Split center.
If Sluchinski wins, then Cooey's still in. So I think that's actually the best case scenario for Alberta curling fans,
like the same shot,
just to make sure. There's a battle going on in Manitoba right now. If Team Carruthers wins that, then I think Sluchinski gets the other spot. And right now, Reed is 1 up without playing 10.
Oh, wow.
Team Cooey second, Jacques Gauthier.
Yep. Line's good.
Oh, line's good.
About the same.
Yeah, weight's good.
Yep. Line. Hard. Hard line.
Line's good.
Hard early for line.
Real hard. Keep going. Line's good. Keep going for weight. Curl if you got it.
Weld it.
No.
And just finishes up at the end to lock itself onto the face of that red stone. Great management.
This high. Yeah.
There's a ton of expertise in the front end players and in Tyler Tardy and Karik Martin there in being able to not only navigate that stone for line, but also to be able to manage its speed coming into the rings. Wow. You want to talk about moments. And just when you think you've got it all together, you've been precise, you have somebody like Kerr Drummond come down and clean house. That's got to put a fire under you.
Yeah, frustrating for Team Cooey because they have struggled with the precision and then they finally got it going. And like, they hit 3 rocks and still almost make this double on the back is unbelievable from Kerr. That's just crazy.
Oh, wait, was that Kev?
He's had that going all week. Maybe not quite intentionally on that shot, but.
So Chelsea, how does Team Cooey now generate a little bit of pressure to put on Sluchinski here while still maintaining an outcome that's favorable for them? They're down by a couple here playing the fifth end.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd love to steal here, but that shot from Kerr probably basically takes away your chance to steal. So now you're looking to play a force. Would I like to roll that a little bit further so that there's no double opportunity for Team Sluchinski? I think you're shifting gears here if you're Team Cooey and playing for a force rather than a steal, just because of Karis, that insane shot that Karis just made where all the center guards are gone and one of those rocks in the house. So sometimes you just have to take your medicine when the other team makes a shot like that.
Yep, hard.
Yep, hit it.
Hard.
Jeremy Hardy being
Hard.
asked for the double.
Hard.
Right up.
Hard.
Right up.
Big roll.
Hard.
Roll
Hard.
over there, Dell.
Whoa. Nope.
Little thick and rolls right over, just up.
I don't know, it might get ugly, but I think here.
So too, yeah.
I think you play this like it's almost 6 feet.
Yeah.
Than earlier.
So do you ever elect here, Team Cooey, to manipulate that yellow stone, or are they looking to continue to applying pressure here by splitting the rings?
Yeah, this was my first thought. I chuckled when Kevin said it might get ugly because it could. But I think it's the right call. You have to play a force here. You don't want to let Sluchinski blank if you can avoid it. So I think this is a risk worth taking. They should know the speed at this spot. And just hope you can keep the house split for long enough that you don't end up giving up 2, which is what they're trying to avoid here.
Yep.
Nice. Job, bud. Sweet.
Great draw.
Oh, yeah. Roll it right to center line. Then he's got it.
So if you are Sluchinski, scoring here is not the end of the world.
Roll it.
No, definitely not. You just don't want to give up a steal. Scoring 1 wouldn't be your top priority, but it's an acceptable outcome for sure.
It's good weight.
Yep. Hard. Clean. Yep. Clean.
Whoa.
Curl.
Roll it big. Good.
A little hit and roll by Jeremy Hardy there, and just bringing his shooter stone a little bit closer to that red stone. Couple rocks here, there might be a double available.
Kind of wake up.
Heavy board.
Control.
Hold on.
Not that hard. Curl.
Yeah, just control.
Curl all the way. Never off.
Gauthier working to make this one curl. Trying to get it just over the face. Does roll back to the center there. Small window of opportunity for Sluchinski here to take a crack at the double.
Yeah, we don't want to get forced. Make the double, then we get the blank.
I see we have a shot at Page selling 50-50 tickets.
Yeah.
And speaking of 50-50 tickets, of course, Sheldon, I mean, an incredible opportunity for somebody to walk away with some great cash, but to also put some cash back into the Hinton Curling Club and their new chiller. But the jackpot is already at a whopping $12,500 for today so far. And just as I spoke, it was $12,800. So that person must have bought a huge amount. They're looking to win. Wow. Aaron Sluchinski, no questions asked.
I got room.
And that is one of the great things about curling, is to see somebody who's actually in the Scotties out there volunteering selling 50-50 tickets. It's just amazing. When I was in St. Paul watching the ladies provincials, Val Sweeney was volunteering and serving tables, and it's so cool to see, and the two of you volunteering your time doing this as well is pretty neat.
That's what I was saying. There's no hole.
Well, you know, Sheldon, it is all about community. It is all about finding ways and pathways to not only be able to give back, but to show different ways that we can express our passion in this sport. And that is one way to show your passion in curling, is to get involved in these events, to become a volunteer, to work with your organization or your governing body. It's a very great stepping stone into the sport, and also for the longevity of these events.
Good to go, Kevin.
So Chelsea, have they elected to give this double a go, this thin double a go?
I'm not sure. There was a lot of discussion around this. It's there, but it is very thin. Yeah, given how hard he's killing it, I'm guessing that's what he's doing.
Yep.
Kevin Cooey with the thin double. Going gone. My goodness.
Oh, what a shot.
It was only a matter of time before we saw something great out of Kevin Cooey this evening.
Kevin Cooey with a laser out turn, as always. That is such a hard shot.
Well, you know what, Chelsea? There was taking a little bit of extra time in the half, more than usual than Kevin does, but you can see how intense these moments are, and he's really trying to capitalize.
Yeah, it's not going to win them the game, but they could have lost the game if he didn't make that shot. That is absolutely huge from Kevin Cooey.
Boy, that was a thin double.
Yes, very thin, especially with the out turn.
And speaking of a thin double, our thin time with Sheldon has come to an end. Sheldon, thank you so much for all your support. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game as we go into the fifth end break here.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Yeah, that one was good.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
Thank you to the local sponsors in Hinton supporting the 2024 Boston Pizza Cup presented by Best Western. Thank you to Diamond sponsors Tourmaline, Tech, and Reynaldi & Sons Contracting Limited.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that seals it.
Yeah, I think so. That's wild. Farrell.
So through 5 ends of this Alberta Boston Pizza Cup final, we have Team Sluchinski leading Team Cooey. A great shot by Kevin Cooey there in the 5th end to extend this game. It could have been over pretty easily. An absolute pistol out-turn double in typical Kevin Cooey style led to a blank end. So it will be Team Sluchinski with the hammer leading by 2. An update here from the Manitoba Men's Provincial as well. We did just see the end of that game, and Reed Carruthers, now skipped by Brad Jacobs, did manage to pull off the win. They were 1-up without playing 10 and stole the point on Braden Calvert. So it will be Team Carruthers representing Manitoba at the Briar.
Yeah, I agree.
Incredible shot making just before the 5th end break. Precisely thin double out of Kevin Cooey and a blank end out of Team Sluchinski to frame up the 6th end after the 5th end break. Chelsea, what are we seeing so far as we're halfway through this game between our two teams and from our two teams?
Still got a curl.
Well, so far we've seen Team Sluchinski be a bit of a buzzsaw with a few struggles from Team Kevin Cooey, but they have actually made a lot of precise shots and put themselves in some good spots. And then we've seen just absolutely deadly shot making from Team Sluchinski to get themselves out of trouble every time. And Kevin Cooey making like I said, an absolute pistol of a double just to keep this game going basically in the 5th end. So unless we see Team Sluchinski blink, which is what Team Cooey is going to try to force them to do. They've been in control of this game. However, we have seen Team Cooey come from behind a number of times already this week. So the game's never over if Kevin Cooey's involved in it.
In Chelsea, we talked over the break, and I don't know if you were live and people could still hear us, but we were talking over the break about the outcome of the Manitoba final and how it played on this final too as well. We've learned that it's probably for sure that both of these teams are going to the Briar. Do you think that has had an impact on the approaches of this game, a little bit of risk and reward, maybe the way that Kevin has played a couple of the ends?
Yeah, I don't know if it changes the approach, but I think it has to be something that's in your mind, especially for Team Cooey, because they've known the whole event that they were going to the Briar either way, which has to be a bit of a weird feeling. And maybe just affects your intensity level a little bit, your focus level a little bit. I'm sure they were aware of it and they were talking about it and trying to negate that as best they could. But you do have to wonder if it's a factor in some of the little, slight miscues that we've seen that are a bit uncharacteristic of a team of that caliber.
Nice.
Now a great start here to the 6th end. This sixth end is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Best Western Hotels and Resorts. They are the proud accommodation partner of Curling Alberta. Best Western Hotels and Resorts is an award-winning global network of hotels located in over 100 countries and territories that offer accommodations for all types of travelers. They have been here as a partner of Curling and Curling in Alberta for over 20 years, and we thank them so much for their support as we are here in our 6th end. Big scrub out of Tyler Tardy. to move things around and off the 4 foot, still hanging on in the back 12.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah.
Ford?
Yeah, you played here. Yeah, you did this exact shot. Okay.
Now Aaron's just asking for Care Drummond to get rid of this red rock, but also to capture the flip underneath those two centerline guards.
Good weight.
Clean. Yep.
Now, a lot of our viewers at home might think there's two centerline guards. We have the hammer. Why are we loading things up underneath our opponent's rocks and also taking up that center line too as well?
Shot.
Yeah, and you could have seen a peel there. They could have elected to do that, but because and I think if that Jacques Gauthier tap had been made a little bit better, if had curled closer to the nose, then you probably would have seen Team Sluchinski go up and peel. But because it stayed on the high side and left the opportunity for the roll, you kind of switch gears a little bit and put the pressure back on Team Cooey here.
Well, moving these yellows around, Chelsea, is not an easy feat.
We're talking about thin, hard there. I wonder if the triple might be there.
Big sweep out of Karek Martin, gets it by and shoots the top yellow out and gets rid of the back one. Still leaving two yellows in play, but a little bit more open now.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately for Team Cooey, leaving Team Sluchinski sitting two with the hammer and throwing is a little less than ideal. That was, again, really close to being made. They're just a little bit wrong side of the inch this game so far.
Clean.
Sorry, yeah, Del, you got it.
Routine peel by Care Drummond. And puts Team Cooey back in a situation where they have to make another precise hit and roll. That back yellow one, Chelsea, is negating a little bit of play here so far.
Go quiet.
Yeah, definitely. But the good news about that back yellow one for Team Cooey is it potentially is a jammable rock as well. So if you roll this not all the way under, you might get a jam out of Team Sluchinski. We just haven't seen them miss very much, so it's hard to think that they're going to do that.
Not quite underneath the guard, so Aaron Sluchinski looking to do it himself here.
Like board?
Yeah.
So that Manitoba men's tankard, you see that banner at the bottom, was a very exciting game from what I can tell with the line score between Team Carruthers and Team Calvert. Team Carruthers ultimately winning that game by a score of 6-3. They stole two in that 10th end. They were one up coming home without the hammer. So congratulations to Team Carruthers, now skipped by 2014 Olympic gold medalist Brad Jacobs. They will be Team Manitoba at the Montana's Brier.
Shot.
And kudos to our viewers at home for being able to navigate between two screens and watching two games very closely.
Or not as much as way wide, yeah.
Such an informed audience we have here today. Tyler Tardy looking to draw behind both rocks on the center line. Capture a little bit of real estate in the top of the 4-foot top button.
Line's okay.
No. We're there. Push back here. You got to push.
Looks like it's running a little bit early here. Maybe a little heavy, they're calling.
Curl.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Shot.
Okay.
We shot at them.
So Sluchinski sitting shot stone at the top of the 8-foot, but that red rock just thrown maybe poses a little bit of problem and further conversation.
We shot, we ripped, they hit, we forced.
Rip, hit, force, Chelsea. What do you think?
Seems like a good plan to me.
Then we still might get a 2 with that fighter if they ever left us. Yeah. They're gonna.
He's gonna try to hit and roll to that side.
Yeah, and then we try and double. Then I'll try and roll frozen. Yeah.
It's okay though. Then everything will be wide open. Then where do we put a good one? If you were going in, you go behind.
You gotta just bite pinhole.
And then you can move.
He's not running.
Either rip or try and get a couple here.
I don't know.
I don't think we go back. I think we're going like here.
So timeout here called. Coach Mickey Pendergast is out there to have conversation.
The biggest thing is score.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we still have a pretty good shot at scoring if they come around too.
Yeah, I agree, but I think we saw the chance at a deuce if I rip. Yeah. He makes the roll, and then I just got to make sure I roll big over here.
Both teams in this championship final have people on the bench. Team Sluchinski has brought on Mickey Pendergast, a wonderful insight, an incredible history here in Alberta, and Team Cooey has Mike Libis with them, and they have both called upon their people on the bench to give a little bit further detail into some of their play throughout the week. It's important to have some extra eyes, Chelsea.
Yeah, it definitely helps, especially with the experience level of those two guys. You know, bringing their insights and having another voice. And heard the conversation there that scoring was the most important, which I agree with. You just don't want to give up a steal. We talked about that a couple ends ago. So coming to the more conservative call, which I think is smart. So Mickey Pendergast is an absolute veteran, definitely a legend in Alberta, and coming through with some solid advice.
Nice throw.
Good throw by Jeremy Hardy and peels off the center line guard. And Chelsea, now taking it back to that insight from the coach's voice, we're thinking about a championship final. For one team, been there, done that in Team Cooey. But for Sluchinski here, maybe a voice of reason, maybe a voice of just confidence too as well.
Yeah, we haven't really seen the nerves from Team Sluchinski today, but it can't hurt to have that kind of calming outside presence, because you can get wrapped up in the game. You know, I've watched my own games before and looked at the call that I was convinced was the right call at the time during the game and gone, why on earth would you play that? And then our coach comes out and says, you know, this is the call. And I look at it and I go, well, yeah, he's right. Obviously, that's the call. You can just get a little bit wrapped up in it sometimes. So having somebody like Mickey be that calming presence and that voice of reason is super helpful, especially to a team that doesn't have the experience level that a Kevin Cooey, for example, would have.
Good shot.
Kevin Cooey just hitting and rolling over, creating a little bit more distance and separation between his shot stone and the red rock at the back of the rings.
And purposely rolling that way as we look at it on the screen to the right-hand side of the sheet. If you were to have rolled the other way, you might leave a double to sit 2 or to at least be sitting 1 for Aaron. But this way, there is no double. It's always going to jam on that yellow rock. So you guarantee that he can't throw that, which is a smart play by Kevin Cooey.
Aaron Sluchinski with his first stone here in the 6th end.
A little heavy.
Looking to get rid of that red stone just thrown by Kevin Cooey. Roll it back to the center here.
Keep going.
Asking a lot out of Dylan Webster here to make this thing move. Just a small roll to the center.
Yeah, I like that same weight. Just tighten it up. I like edge of rock.
So Kevin will be looking to do the same thing, nose or a hair high, or the broom side of the rock here. Will be sufficient for the force.
Well, you know, Chelsea, these look like just simple hit and sticks or, nose hits, but really the outcome is super important here, recognizing that both skips are capable of making those really tough doubles.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be careful. For both these teams have to be careful because their opponents are really good at curling, and you can't leave them those easy shots. So yeah, it seems simple to hit this on the nose or roll a little bit high side, but if you ever were to over curl this and roll to the other side of center line, you might give up 2 points. Well done by Kevin there, no mistake. So the force is on for Team Cooey.
Aaron Sluchinski out of the Airdrie Curling Club with his last stone here in the 6th end, looking to pick up his single point.
Hold on. Oh.
Clean. Clean.
Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Sweepers like it.
Right to it. Right to it.
Jeremy likes it. And just like that, another point goes on the scoreboard here in the 6th end as Sluchinski takes a 4-1 lead.
Nice. Yeah. That's good end. Good throw there.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Like it. Lots of room.
Well, curl.
Looks heavy.
It's always curl.
Looks heavy.
We welcome you back to the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We are here at 7th end action in our championship final in the Bill Thomson Arena in Hinton, Alberta. It has been a doozy of a game with incredible shot making on both sides, and we find ourselves in a final with Sluchinski leading 4-1. Chelsea unmatched. This is one of the best provincial finals we've seen in a very long time so far. Some ifs and ahs, but nonetheless great shot making.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting game. There's been some chances back and forth and some absolutely unbelievable shot making on both sides, but especially on the Team Sluchinski side. They've come to play today, and I mentioned it earlier, for a team that's kind of, reasonably new and a little bit less experienced in big games like this. They certainly have not shown any sign of nerves. It's very impressive.
Now, when you're looking towards the later part of this game, Chelsea, and when we're looking specifically at the first couple of stones that, of course, our viewers aren't seeing at the time during commercial break, what are we looking for in our house setup here for both teams moving forward?
Yeah, so before we had the free guard zone, and specifically the 5-rock free guard zone, you would have seen Team Sluchinski running up as fast as they could to peel that corner guard that Kark Martin put up there. But of course, they're not allowed to now. So the best defense sometimes is a good offense, and what you usually will see teams do is what we call stack the middle. So a couple of rocks in the top of the 4-foot, top of the 8-foot, and then probably a tight center guard will be coming up after this. You could see them throw a corner guard tick, which we see some of the teams do. For Team Sluchinski, just playing that stack in the middle, and I imagine you'll see a tight guard here. For Team Kui, just having to get up those 2 corners. And then they're probably going to leave a lot of rocks in play. Rather than hitting stuff, it'll be tap backs. It'll be kind of that back 8, back 12 kind of way, just move things around. Any rock in play is a friend of Team Kui right now.
Get around wide side on that one very easily. Yeah.
Kerr Drummond and Team Sluchinski. Team Sluchinski is supported by Strike Group, Kelly Turner Real Estate, Hardline, Sundry Golf Club, NLSS Construction, Dynasty Curling Canada, Big Guns Industrial Maintenance, RSM Canada, Clubhouse Golf Academy. My goodness, they've had a showing so far, and you know what? We've still got more ends of play to go.
Yeah, it's been impressive to see them, the amount of work that they've put in this season too. They've played more than just about anybody on the tour, with the exception of maybe Karsten Sturmey. Both teams have just played a ton, and putting in that work to climb those rankings. We've seen Team Sluchinski at a couple of Grand Slam events because they've managed to climb the rankings up that high, which is great to see. It's not easy to do, and it takes a ton of commitment, both time-wise and financially and everything else. And watching them do it has been pretty cool. So good for them for putting the work in, and it's paid off so far at this Boston Pizza Cup. We'll see if they can close this out.
Well, Chelsea, you've talked about their experience on tour this year and in the Grand Slam events. And Aaron Sluchinski actually plays a couple of varieties of curling too as well. He also plays mixed doubles with his wife Amanda, and they just won the mixed doubles championship, the provincial championship for Alberta. So he has done a lot of curling himself and has seen a lot of different scenarios in a couple different varieties of the game.
Yeah, and mixed doubles really does seem to expand their repertoire of a lot of players. You're throwing a lot of different shots. You're sweeping your own rocks. I was lucky enough to play one mixed doubles event with Aaron actually, and he's an incredible athlete. He, I expected to be sweeping some, and I didn't sweep any. He got up and swept his own peels and everything. It was really pretty impressive. So I think that's certainly helped him in just the diversity of shot making. You're having to make draws, you're having to make runbacks, you're having to be precise, you're having to get up and sweep, so you're judging weight and you're looking at paths. It just adds a different element that four-person curling, especially when you're skipping, doesn't always give you.
Around the other one?
Do we juggle the middle?
Well, we also think about perspective on the game, and playing different denominations of the game and different aspects of curling also allows you to kind of see those shots a little differently too as well, because you're not only making them, but you're managing the house in a ton of different scenarios.
Same kind of shot.
For sure, and mixed doubles by its nature is a lot of angles. It's a lot of manipulation of angles because you're not allowed to hit anything for the first few rocks of the end. So you see a lot of freezes and little taps around the center guard. You can't remove anything for a bit. So it forces you to think outside the box a little bit, where you would default in four-person curling sometimes to a big weight hit, but you can't hit anything yet. So you can't remove any rocks, not just guards, any rocks at all. So it forces a bit of a different perspective in that sense, which I think really helps a lot of players when they come back to the four-person game with the understanding of the manipulation of angles and what you can do without throwing it hard.
Jacques Gauthier
2 feet less.
We're still back 8.
looking to establish some momentum here for Team Cooey in the 7th end.
Straight. Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
It'll do the trick.
Yeah, very nicely done there for Jacques for Team Cooey. I mean, you would love a 3, but you just need to hang a crooked number on the scoreboard here. A 2 would play fine. They just need a bit of momentum, like you said. They need to switch that momentum around a little bit. So looking to leave a lot of rocks in play some little freezes and taps, and try to set up at least a 2-point score here.
Yeah, just rip it.
Okay. Where am I hitting? Half
a rock.
Okay.
Now, as close as those 2 rocks seem, there is enough space for Jeremy to move these, as he has a little bit of a speed wobble.
Clean.
To remove these 2 out of play. These stones are so lively.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Not the 2 I was thinking of.
Me neither.
Wonderful shot by Jeremy Hardy.
Oh, and that's just been the story of the game. Whenever Team Cooey looks like they have something going, you see a shot like this out of Team Sluchinski. That is just such a hard shot.
Yep.
And they called it the whole way. Like, this was the call.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Maybe Jeremy should have a speed wobble on everything he throws. That was pretty impressive.
Back 8.
Clean.
Back 4, back 8.
Back 8.
Tyler Tardy being asked to move these stones around just a little bit to set up a pocket.
More than. Off. Let it die. die, let it die, let it die.
Good. Really good.
Now, as wonderful as that double was, Chelsea, those yellows are starting to accumulate towards the back of the house here, which I think only benefits Team Cooey in this situation, even though there's 4 of them in the rings.
You just rip this.
Yeah, every rock is a Team Cooey rock at this point. It doesn't matter what color it is, it's good for Team Cooey. So that was as good as he could have ever made that shot. It was an incredible shot, but it does still leave a lot of yellows bunched up in the middle here for Team Cooey to play with and tap around and freeze to. So for Team Sluchinski, not just looking to eliminate red rocks, looking to eliminate any rocks they can at this point.
Whoa, curl. Curl.
So no speed wobble from Jeremy Hardy there. However, just like that, gets rid of the red stone and takes one of his yellow stones with him at no consequence.
Better than full 8.
No, it makes it much
simplifies
better.
it. Yeah.
There's no pocket there now for Team Cooey to freeze to. So, but what's good, the good news for Team Cooey is that because they killed both of those, now this draw around the corner guard leaves you second shot rock, which changes the plan here for Team Cooey. If they were only going to be third shot, it's hard to throw this, but now they can be second if they make this well. So good news for both teams in a way.
Both of you go hard. You got to get this buried. Hard, line's good. Keep going. You got to go for weight 2. Hard, 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 hard.
Hey, sure.
Okay.
I thought you said roll. Yeah, just straight guard this way, right?
Yeah.
Just as long as there's no hole.
Put in front of the house.
So perfect line there. It looks like that might have come up just a little bit short for Tyler Tardy.
Yeah, I think guard.
Right there?
Yeah.
Where's the broom?
So Chelsea, as this end is unfolding, I'm just taking a look into the statistics of these two teams. And head-to-head, Cooey is 7-3 over Sluchinski in their 10 career meetings. However, Sluchinski is 1-0 against them this season.
Yeah, and I think that that's a little bit of a testament to Aaron's always been a really talented player, but this is these last couple of years is the first time I think he's really gone hard as far as playing a lot on the tour, working really hard at the game. So that makes sense to me that that's starting to even out a little bit because he would have been younger and maybe not putting in the same kind of commitment level for those first few wins that Kevin would have had over him as compared to now. Those head-to-head statistics are a bit tricky when you've got an age gap between the two teams or two players that you're talking about.
Good, good. Nice. That's good. Really good.
Not the one you missed.
Just here to line this guy up.
Just need to do. Still just plays for 2. Yeah. Or make this.
I kind of like the run.
Yeah.
Oh, he's never playing the run.
If you catch it perfect, you might kill the back one too. Just kill shot.
So now having to take a moment to really think about how this end is going to unfold here for Team Cooey.
I think so. You might be able to line up your shooter if you're lucky too.
He tries to get in here.
Trying to find a way to at least put a 2 up on the scoreboard.
Go for this one. I guess you might block the run anyway.
I don't.
So Chelsea, they're talking a lot about blocking and about preventing the opposition from, making a double or clearing out some of their stones in play. What is the best make here for Team Cooey?
Well, I think it was Jacques who said, and like in a perfect world, you could actually make this to leave yourself sitting 1. If you hit that, if you run this back onto that centerline rock and hit it thin enough, that run rock will careen over onto that other yellow on the side of the 8-foot there. And you just have to move that a few inches basically to end up sitting 1. But I don't see much of an option besides to make this run and hope that you have a double or some sort of run combo on your last one.
Whoa. Off.
Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard.
It's close.
Good.
And makes the double. That frees up that 4-foot a little bit for Team Cooey, but also allows an opportunity for Team Sluchinski to get one buried underneath.
You stay down, I'll watch it.
Yeah, did almost touch that side one, so they were close to getting the bonus there, but not quite. So
Now the difference. Go on, Chelsea. Sorry.
Sorry. At this point in the game, I'm thinking that no matter where Aaron puts this, Kevin's going to look at a run double of some kind, or a straight double if it's left for him, obviously. So the big thing for Team Sluchinski here is to try to get these even enough,
Line's good. Full 8.
or have this one even deeper than the one on the side, so that you don't leave a run double for 2 points.
And that's what I was just going to say too, as well, is that attempting this draw, as good as it will be, there is that red stone that Kevin Cooey just placed when he made that double. Working hard to make this curl.
That's pretty good.
That lined up? Is the run lined up, guys?
Run back.
For 1 or like?
No, for 2. It's a hair high nose.
Yeah, just.
I know it's hard. Control.
So Sluchinski is hitting 2 shot stones here, one top 4 and one at the back of the 8 foot. Kevin's considering how he can make both of those move to bring that top 12 red behind the corner guard into play.
Like this, Kev? Yeah.
So Chelsea, if you're Kevin Cooey here in Team Cooey,
Kind of seen that, like,
probably important in
control
this
and controlling.
situation to score.
Like that ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to score, but scoring 1, you're probably never winning this game. So I think you need to try this. And the question here is if you can stick the run rock. The run double's there for sure, but can you stick that run rock for a second point? So they're not throwing this super hard because they need to stick the run rock here.
Yes.
Kevin Cooey with his final stone here in the 7th end, looking to make the run double.
Yes, yes.
Oh, just over curls. Jamming it at the back, and a steal of 1 yellow for Aaron Sluchinski to go up 5-1, moving into the 8th end here at the Boston Pizza Cup.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Thank you to the local sponsors in Hinton supporting the 2024 Boston Pizza Cup presented by Best Western. Thank you to Diamond sponsors Tourmaline, Tech, and Rinaldi & Sons Contracting Limited.
To throw a different turn.
Good. Shot.
We welcome you back to the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Provincial Championship here at the Bill Thomson Arena in Hinton, Alberta. We are in 8 ends of action. The score is 5-1 for Team Sluchinski. It has been an absolutely wild and feral ride so far, and Team Sluchinski looks to be maintaining the edge over Team Cooey so far here with this steal of 1 in the 7th end.
Yeah. A little bit of story of the game there for Team Cooey. Unfortunately, Kevin was probably about a millimeter from making that for 2. It just overcurled a hair, and Dead jams the back one, and they give up the steal. Where if they get 2 points there, the game is totally different. So, just wrong side of the inch here for Team Cooey, and a really impressive display of shot making from Team Sluchinski.
Looks like a rocket.
Top 40 line.
We're bouncing a touch.
Coming off.
Bouncing a touch.
Curl.
Nice.
Curl.
Nice.
Curl.
Nice. Get it onto it.
Curl.
Nice. Go.
Curl.
Go.
Firing them out there on the second one.
So Team Cooey here looking to establish their 2 corner guards with Karek Martin and try to get something going here as our game slowly comes to a closing.
Looks here, guys. Looks here.
3 ends of play left. And Team Cooey is really going to have to apply some pressure to Aaron Sluchinski. They might have to get a little creative here, Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely. If there isn't a crooked number hung up here in this end, I think the game's pretty much over. So looking for at least 2. Ideally more than that, obviously. You're running out of time here if you're Team Cooey.
Yeah.
And when we're looking at this 5-1 lead so far for Team Sluchinski, as we watch Kerr Drummond slide, we have to think this guy throwing right now has been absolutely incredible towards that difference on the scoreboard.
Got a curl.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think every player on the Sluchinski team has had some highlight reel moments, but Kerr has probably had more than anybody else. He's just played so incredibly well, not just this game, but all week from what I've seen. I'm sure you could speak to that better than I could, Evan. It's been really impressive. It's his first stab at a Boston Pizza Cup, and he's absolutely making the most of it.
Unlock and roll under, eh? Do you have room for that?
And they're just so dialed in, Chelsea, and that's the one thing I noticed about Team Sluchinski all weekend. Yes, they had a little bit of a slip up on their pathway to the playoffs with their loss to Team Sturmey, but after that, it really has been just them and their systems and processes.
Yeah, the rewards for playing as much as they have is that they've got the communication really figured out. They're not only throwing the rock well, but they're managing the rocks. That's what stood out to me in this game and in yesterday's game is the management. It's that, sweeping to curl at the right time and not over carving. It's the discussion back and forth about the weight and then the adjustment to the line call. It's the plan Bs. It's that rock management that I think they're doing an incredible job of.
It's good. Throw.
So Gauthier just moving those rocks on the 4-foot around, trying to manipulate the house. But a little bit of space there for Kerr to remove not only the red stone, but also that yellow behind it.
Yeah, I think as good as they could have done there, but there is definitely enough space to kill this.
Yeah,
I don't
like
hate
that?
it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
They got to do some stuff in the middle still.
Thick half at the end, you might catch that.
Okay.
So Aaron just pivoting here to play the peel, maybe catch the double.
Curl.
And you'd have to think, as Team Sluchinski right now, that those corner guards could be an opportunity, a window of opportunity for Team Cooey to get back into this game. So it makes sense that they'd make that decision at this point.
Yeah, it's early in the end, too. You don't need to kill that rock in the house yet. You're just trying not to... You're okay giving up 2.
Put it back or...
If you're Sluchinski, you'd love to force, but if you give up 2, you're still pretty happy with that. You just don't want to bring in a 3 or a 4 here, which we've seen Kevin
Back
Cooey
four.
do to a lot of people. Like the running joke is you got cooeyed because he does that a lot.
Right.
So smart, I think, there to just eliminate the guard, and you can always hit that red later. And even if you don't, you leave him that little shot for 2, and you're okay with that.
Well, and now is the time to Chelsea where the pressure is on, and we might start to see a little bit of that pressure leak into some of the way that our teams are working out there. So keeping things simple, keeping things moving. The momentum is in Sluchinski's hands right now, so they might as well take advantage of
You gotta
it.
get it back here.
Try to get it back here.
Always straight.
Hard. Keep going.
Team Kui working to bury this. Push it just behind the T line.
Either rip the guard or this.
Whichever.
What's that?
I like both.
Of course they like both. They've made all of them so far.
Anywhere from like a third to a quarter.
Third, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty reminiscent of the shot that Jeremy Hardy made last
Quarter
end, actually.
flanked it, I think.
If anything, it's easier. It's a little bit thicker.
It's gonna take this. I don't think this one.
If it leaves that one, that's fine then. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
I like this.
Yeah, me too.
So again, Team Sluchinski just electing to keep things simple, open up that rock on the side of the 8-foot, and be able to kind of take back some of the control that they have in this game by keeping the house wide open.
Yeah, this is smart. You don't need to get fancy here.
Yeah.
Like I say, you're pretty okay. You're more than okay giving up a 2. So just get rid of the corner guards. Don't give them an opportunity at, a 3 or a 4, because that's what'll kill you here.
Love it. Only thing is, like, you don't want to give him a triple, right? Because he's playing the double.
I don't think there's a triple there.
But Tyler Tardy just making his way down to take a look at the house. Have a conversation with Kevin here about how they're going to move some of these rocks around to benefit them, while also maintaining the 2 stones that they have in the ring so far.
That's almost queued up to go over there.
I mean, he's always going to be able to hit the one you're.
Not if we.
Well, he's still hitting. He's hitting your shooter.
Yeah. I'm just saying if we can get this here, this that never goes.
No, I know.
We might get it stuck.
No, he's ripping. He's ripping
I
at this
see.
point.
I don't mind the draw. That was my first thought too.
You're right, though. That does. If it ever jams.
Yeah. 3's in play if it jams.
Timeout.
So Team Kui taking their first time out of the game. We might see Mike Libis come off the bench here to take another look at the rings here and offer his perspective. This is a really good opportunity for Team Kui to also not only evaluate the situation, but also slow down the pace to really get some perspective here for the next couple of ends too as well.
Jeremy doesn't throw, like, a bomb. No.
No, he's the one we want throwing peel.
Yeah, so I think it goes right into here. It might spin out, but if he doesn't throw it that hard, it won't.
Yeah. I don't mind leaving it for him.
The only other.
You kind of need a miss.
So Kevin alluded to having Jeremy throw that peel.
He's still just playing this guy. Like, even if you move this to here.
Why do you think he maybe mentioned that?
Like the draw is the shot, hey? Yeah.
I
You wanna
think
be
what
high or
there's.
low on it?
I think what they were referring to is that between Kerr and Jeremy and Aaron, Jeremy throws the least weight on a peel. He doesn't throw it quite as hard as Aaron or Kerr would throw it. So if anyone's throwing a shot where you have to throw a bullet to make it, they would like it to be Jeremy was the reference there.
Because he's opening this up too. But
Yeah, you're right.
have any other ideas? They might all. Yeah, I think he plays that. We need a miss.
Go off wide draw speed card.
Yeah.
Back button.
It's same as it's been.
So time is in for Team Kui here, recognizing that they are in a little bit of trouble and they're going to need a little bit of help from their opposition, but electing to play the freeze down to that yellow at the back of the 4-foot.
Yeah, this keeps the Red Rocks a little bit more spread out. If you play some kind of, the conversation was around the freeze on the top.
T-line back button.
4-foot red, which looks like a really good option, but you might see a bunch of reds flying if you do that. So I like this. It leaves them a little bit more room. Leaves those reds a little bit more spread out to hopefully get some kind of a half shot by Team Sluchinski and set up for your 2, maybe 3 if you got a big mistake out of Team Sluchinski.
Just squeaking by.
Great shot.
They had wonderful control of that shot the whole entire way down.
Yeah, well
Trying to
thrown, well swept, made it perfect.
Yeah, three-quarter still gets that one going.
Yeah, Peel.
Yeah. What, like just high or?
What's that?
3/4 or just high or?
2/3.
2/3? Yeah.
3/4.
Yeah, 3/4
probably
is fine.
catches this.
Yeah.
Okay, 2/3, Jared. Make it.
Yeah, this is dead straight there. Yep.
So Team Sluchinski looking to slash this top yellow stone into the red one, potentially moving that yellow rock behind the red stone at the top of the 4 foot,
Yep. Yep.
but watching where it'll go.
Yep. Yep. Whoa.
So close.
That's good.
Shot.
Oh, got the side one too. That's a big bonus there for Team Sluchinski.
Huge bonus for Team Sluchinski. They have really been dialed in, on point. And Jeremy Hardy, too, with some of the consistent doubles and shots that he's made this evening.
Whoa.
A huge asset to Team Sluchinski tonight.
Yeah, there hasn't been a weak link on Team Sluchinski tonight. They're all playing pretty lights out.
Up 4.
Tyler Tardy's last stone here in the 8th end.
Line's good.
Looking to freeze that top yellow stone.
Bit of room, maybe. Line's good. Yeah, you can't bounce on this line. Can't bounce on this line.
Doesn't quite make it to nose, Chelsea.
I think it's pretty good though. If you make it to nose, if you make it to nose, you might leave an option to drag it and maybe kill them all. I think that's a pretty good spot.
Sure.
We can miss ours.
Would have liked it to curl an inch more, maybe.
It's probably going, over.
I think it goes.
Think it goes, Gary?
Like a third of a
I
rock?
think one's always going to go, right? The one, yeah.
A third? I think it misses this.
So they're looking at the
Yeah, and if it
angles
touches
here,
it,
pointing
you
out that there's just a little bit of space between the yellow and the red, that maybe with a third of the stone, they might be able to slip it by and catch the top of the red. If not, come off the side of that yellow and nick the top of that red one just behind the tee line.
Yeah, I think if it hits the yellow, you don't make it. I think they're thinking they're trying to miss the yellow altogether to have a chance of getting both. But as long as you kill one red here for Aaron Sluchinski, you're pretty happy. So you can kind of take a rip at this pretty risk-free, because I think you're always going to kill at least one red.
Yep. Well,
First stone here for Aaron Sluchinski in the 8th end.
Hard.
Dylan Webster working hard on the broom. And just like that.
What a shot. Called and made.
Aaron Sluchinski. You got to be kidding me, Chelsea. This has been marvelous.
Yep. Well, yep. Hard.
Let's take a look again at this, friends at home. And how easy those two rocks moved.
Oh yeah, they flew out of there for fun, and he just calmly said, "I think they both go if you do." Like Aaron is just he's a bit of a silent killer. He's unflappable emotionally. He's very even keel, and he's playing so well that he's seeing everything, and he saw that right from the get-go.
Line's good. Just hang on.
Kevin Cooey with his first stone here in the 8th end.
As long as you're in.
Weight's good.
Room.
Just bite the ring.
Looking to freeze that stone in the house.
Nice good. Back 12.
Set him up for a potential opportunity at scoring 2. It looks like, maybe they were playing around the whole entire time. Now is it going to hang around? Holds on to the back of the 12 foot.
Yeah, I would
Which
think
is
that was
partially buried.
Yeah, I would think that was the call the whole way because if Freeze, he's always going to be able to blast it out of there. Now you've got to hope he misses a run back or a chase.
I don't think you need to stay. Just get the blank here.
Enough to see Chelsea to get rid of it?
Oh, for sure. It's a matter of what's easier. The chase is there and the run is there. It's just a preference thing at this point for Aaron.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, you can pick it if you want. Pick whatever you're saying. Don't need to stay.
No, I don't, but I just like the hack weight.
Okay, I like it then.
Could this be the first time? When was the last time that somebody not named Brendan or Kevin won Alberta men's provincials?
Eons. The answer is eons.
It might be Aaron Sluchinski about to turn the tides here.
Yep.
Easy.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Yep.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Curl it.
Curl. Right to it.
Just like that. Team Sluchinski removes that back red stone, sitting the single stone here at the top of the 4 foot. And Team Cooey is really down to the wire here.
It's just hard to feel like it. All of Team Sluchinski just came out today as if they were, no matter who they were playing, no matter what was happening, they were just not going to lose this game.
Little snug on release. No worries. And that, my friends, is the blank end here in the 8th end at the 2024 Boston Pizza Alberta Men's Provincial Championship.
Tyler.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation.
Thank you to the local Platinum and Gold sponsors, Sniper, 24/7 Compression, Quadra, Octane Controls Limited, Ascend, Wild Hate Oilfield Services Limited, Stitch and Print, and Sound Scaffolding.
Hard, get the line.
Viewers across Canada and the world, we welcome you back to the live stream of the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup Championship Final here at the Bill Thomson Arena in Hinton, Alberta. My name is Evan Asmussen. Joining me is Chelsea Carey today, and my goodness, Chelsea, it has been the performance of a lifetime, but one that is absolutely expected, as we've seen from Aaron Sluchinski all week and really all year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at this game and you have to think that Cooey is the favorite, and they are the favorite, but what a week by Team Sluchinski and what a game by Team Sluchinski. They've just been incredible today, and you know, I expected to see some nerves, and we haven't seen any sign of that. They really put on a clinic with shot making so far today. Now, hopefully that's not a commentator's curse by me, but yeah, it's been something to watch.
What if we put it here?
Now, Chelsea, we talked about how both these teams got to this position today through their draw. And we saw Kevin Cooey, as you were commentating the semifinal this morning, get here through the semifinal. And we saw Aaron Sluchinski get here by winning that 1-2 game. What are the pros and cons and the benefits to having that bye to the final versus coming in through the semifinal? Do they traditionally bode well for one team or the other? And what are we seeing here today?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think, and I don't know about the Alberta men's provincials, but I think if you were to look at the Brier and the Scotties, the team that wins the 1-2 game has won more finals than not. The downside of that is that you have all this time off and you have to know what to do with it, how to prepare yourself for this final. There can be some nerves creeping in, especially for younger teams, where if you win the semi, then you're coming off a win, you know the ice, you're feeling really confident going in, but it also means you have less rest. So often we can see the winning the 1-2 game mess with a younger team with their heads a little bit. Maybe they get a little bit stiff, they get a little bit nervous, where that hasn't happened at all with Team Sluchinski today. The benefit to winning the semi, in theory, if you knew you were going to be in the final, you'd rather win the semi because you have the momentum and you know the ice and all these things. But we haven't really seen that be the case today for Team Cooey. So not bucking the trend in the sense of the team that won the 1-2 game looking like they're going to win this game, but bucking that trend a little bit in the sense that Team Cooey just hasn't really seemed fully comfortable with the ice, which is surprising to me.
And I was just going to make that mention here, Chelsea, too, as well. Now, we were listening into their pregame practice, and we overheard them talking about some of the conditions. And then as the first few ends went on, we looked at some of the shots that Kevin was calling and how unsure they were of putting the broom down. Now, of course, we've got to this point in the game where it's 5-1 for Team Sluchinski, but you got to wonder a little bit if maybe the conditions, maybe the two different times today have just changed and have been enough of a change to create some impact on Team Cooey's performance.
Yeah, for sure. You would think that playing in the semi would prepare you better, but we didn't really see them in the semi. We didn't hear them talking about, this path is 5 feet slower and any of those kinds of things until the 10th end. We saw the speed maybe come down a little bit. So it seems like it maybe has changed on them a little bit more during this game. But so you would think that would level the playing field, and maybe it has. Maybe that's been the difference. But yeah, just a surprising lack of confidence. And when you're on the wrong side of the inch, it's also easy as a skip for that to mess with your head a bit. To you're overthinking everything, and you're doubting yourself because you're not quite making things perfect, even though you're really close. It just sometimes in finals, it just seems like it's meant to be. And so far in this whole game, it feels like it's been meant to be for Team Sluchinski.
Try and make a big pocket for these.
Is the split any good?
Like I said, though, Kevin Cooey, of all people, you don't count Kevin Cooey out. If they haven't shaken hands yet, it is not over. He's unbelievable at pulling off comebacks out of nowhere. It's a bit of a rabbit out of a hat situation sometimes.
Well, we do recognize that there are two ends of play left as well. And we do have that 5-rock rule and the no-tick rule too. So there are lots of opportunities here in the next couple of ends to really see if they can pull something out of their hat.
Kev?
Yeah.
Looks like lots.
That me too. I think it's.
Can I get a little less? Still looks like max.
So what we talked about it a little bit, I heard it talked about by Darren yesterday in the 1-2 game. Kevin Cooey is a very, very smart player, and sometimes when he's at his best is situations like this where he's getting creative. And I would call this a creative call. We're talking kind of back line or so. Try to unlock these two dead frozen guards, tap one of them into the house, maybe onto these two yellows, and roll the shooter to a corner guard.
Just like that. Now there is a double lined up there.
Yeah, I think that's as good as he could have made it. You were always going to bring that into play. For Team Cooey, they're going to need misses out of Team Sluchinski, which we haven't seen so far, but there's still time.
You got it, Kerr. Yeah. Like this.
You got it, Kerr.
Kerr Drummond and
Yep,
Team
hard.
Sluchinski
Hard.
looking to make this
Hard.
double here.
Hard.
Roll it right out. Go, Jared, go. Cool. Okay.
So taking a look at our scoreboard and recognizing that there's only 2 ends of play left. Over the last 3 seasons, when Aaron Sluchinski is up 2 without the hammer with 2 ends to play, he is 16-0 over the last 3 seasons. And over the last 3 seasons, Kevin Cooey is 1-13, down 2 with the hammer with 2 ends to play. And this season, Cooey is 0-5.
Top 8. Top 8.
Yeah, it's a tough scoreboard line for sure.
Straight.
I don't imagine there's many teams in the world that have a good record in this situation if you're Team Cooey, but stranger things have happened.
And strange things are looking to form on our screen as we speak. Quite the little compilation there around the center line.
Stop.
Do we ever? Yeah. I'm good with whatever.
Straight rip.
Do we ever?
That red one is pretty teed up for the next
It's
one.
hard not to kill both of these.
Okay.
Like they both go.
Yeah.
If you make
Let's
contact.
do it then. Where is it?
Like
3/4.
3/4.
Okay.
Yeah, and even if he goes right
But
into
even
it,
if
it's
you
gonna kill
slam
them.
it and jam it into it,
Yeah,
these are
exactly.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even go over the top, and all 3 still might go.
This is gonna go in here.
3/4.
Yeah.
So looking to run this redstone on the center line back into the reds in the rings. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Maybe all of them.
Yeah.
Jeremy Hardy here. And just looks to be peeling off the guard.
Great peel, yep. Which is an acceptable outcome. That was the tolerance there for Jeremy Hardy. I do think all 3 of them could have gone if he ran that in there, but still a pretty good shot.
More weight, but
Just don't want to get that going too hard.
Now we've got Team Cooey here really working, taking a timeout to have a conversation about what to do next. Team Cooey out of the Glencoe Curling Club in Calgary, Alberta, has great support by TransAlta, Twin Anchors Houseboats, Selco Heavy Rents, Hardline, the Ranch Golf Course, and of course, all of their fans.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're rolling that far, this guy's not staying there.
And speaking of the fans, they've really been treated today on both sides to some marvelous shot making.
Behind there?
you almost
Yeah.
to back down here.
Might get the 5 to spin to I'm just worried about leaving a 5-6 double, but
As long as they're all even.
yeah. Yeah, like this should spin down pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Like if this is ever lower than the 6, there's never a double.
Yeah, make it that way.
I don't mind that. Probably like a heavy board.
Just flip this to here. Hope something lines up. I mean, yeah, you're really just, this is the one.
So as we're listening in here, Chelsea, what are they trying to configure with these 2 red stones here at the top of the house?
You're right, like, if you do hit that and roll that way, you line this up at least.
Well, I think that the challenge is exactly what we just...
I see him coming off this all day.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Sorry, just listen to them for a second here.
This is not going very far.
If we're doing this, I think we got to play the intern. If we play the out, this might kick too far.
Yeah, it'll spin lots with the intern. I agree.
We got to keep that right there.
I don't mind your shot.
We have to cross the face.
Whatever you think lines them up
Yeah,
better.
but I mean, if you're pushing this to there, and if it clips this here, it might still line up, right?
Yeah.
True.
I don't think it ever touches it.
But just
The
getting
7.
that in there. And
No, it touches it. Definitely touches it.
okay.
I'll put him in.
Yeah, you're right.
Whichever way.
I do think it's the intern though.
Get the weight.
Is he still just coming off this? That's why
He's gonna try.
these have to line up.
He's gonna try to
somehow.
catch our shooter with.
Yeah. That's why we need these to
Yeah.
somehow. Hopefully, John.
It'll be close.
Sure, whatever turn you like. I mean,
I think it's the intern for sure.
like
So they're
half?
just trying not to leave a triple here,
Board.
basically, is
I think-
they got to move those 2 reds because, as
I
we
think
said
that's
with the
odds.
run back, those 2
just board. Yeah, sure.
reds fly out of there
Board.
pretty easily if you throw an out turn you don't even have to throw it that hard. Out turn off the center line and those fly. So try to move those around. They know they're going to leave at least a double on this top red rock that they're about to tap and their shooter that's going to cross the face of it. They're just trying to line it up so that the back rock goes onto a yellow and jams somewhere.
Good board.
Hard.
It's okay. Yep. Hard. Let's go. Hard.
Whoa.
Good board. Girl.
Well then.
Girl.
Tyler Tardy here in the 9th end, trying to move these red stones around. Preserve some of the work they've done so far.
I think that's okay. I don't think it drags onto that back red. It's close.
Okay. Just inside
Like that?
nose. Just inside nose.
What's that?
Just inside nose.
Yeah, or just go outside. Be nice to open this one up.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice to just rip them out of there.
Okay, 3/4 high.
Okay.
So looking to make the double and roll and open up that back red stone. Jeremy Hardy here in the 9th.
Hard. Whoa. Hard. Yep. Whoa. Roll that way. Roll.
That should do the trick.
Yep. Good result there. I don't think they were ever getting all three, so just trying to at least make the double and leave it open enough for yourself to make a play on that back one.
That'll get
a lot of ice. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
A little less.
Now our 9th end here of curling is brought to you by Sentinel Storage, Original 16, Bel Air Direct, and of course, all of our wonderful local sponsors too.
Line's good.
That have been a part of this event since Tuesday last week. Sluchinski leading 5-1.
Keep going. Keep going, I know. Keep going.
Martin and Gauthier really working this stone.
Keep going, kid. Piece on you.
Great sweep.
And a good brush it is. Great shot.
Great sweep.
We did leave it a little bit open. Is that double there, Chelsea?
No.
Yeah, I do think it's there. It's hard.
That high on it, isn't it?
It's got to get by that one at the top of the button and also by that one on the side of the 12-foot
Yeah.
while still navigating the corner guard.
We're two.
Yeah, I think it's there. I'm not sure it's worth taking on, to be honest, but I do think it's probably possible, but really tough. You got to hit that first one very thin to get the second one low. Like your shooter needs to hit the second one so low that it shoots it straight sideways, and then it's got to go,
If you flip a little with normal, then they're
10 feet or so. It's a long way for that to get out.
We've seen the capacity and the capability of Team Sluchinski so far. We know the kinds of shots that they've been making, but they've also, throughout the game, elected to take on some of the simpler shots, keep it easy for them, and really accomplish their goal and their game plan.
Yeah, you get rid of this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just take a look at the single.
Well, but the challenge is there's not a great hit on that center line red. It's not easy, right? So probably the easiest way to get rid of the red that's in the full 8-foot is to run your yellow onto it. But if you ever miss that somehow, you bring in the opportunity for a 3 potentially. So this way, as long as you kill this outside rock, like as long as you make contact with the first one, then whatever happens in the middle, you're likely not giving up more than 2. So I still like the call. Can he make this? Maybe. But as long as he kills one red, it's mission accomplished for Aaron Sluchinski.
Hard. I got it.
So removes the red that is just tucked behind the yellow corner guard, promotes that other red stone onto the one on the top of the 4-foot.
As close as you can to cross.
Yeah, I brought that corner guard into play more than I expected him to.
Back forward your spot, Kev.
So window of opportunity for Team Cooey here.
Yeah, looking for back four here for
Line's
Kevin
good.
Cooey.
A little late.
It's going to leave the Reds grouped, but you don't have a choice at this point. You have to hope for a little bit of a miscue from Aaron.
Line's good.
Just there. Hard then. Okay. Hard. Come on, buddy.
15-2 hog to hog.
Come on, you girl.
Would suggest to me that this spot is still pretty quick.
Straight.
Just rubbed off the top of the red in the forefoot here. Took a
Again.
little bit of momentum out of that stone.
Yeah, I hate to say story of the game, but it kind of is. If they get that by, it's probably dead nose frozen on that back yellow, and it's not going anywhere now. This gives Aaron a chance at the run double. That's just, you got to feel for Team Cooey. They're so close to good things, and it just hasn't quite worked out for them all game.
Aaron Sluchinski with his final stone in 9. Looking for the run double.
Whoa. Close.
Curl.
Whoa.
Curl.
Curl.
Wasn't able to make the double, but was able to remove the top red stone in play, leaving an open draw here for Team Cooey for their 2 points.
Game weight. No more, right?
Shade more.
Very close though.
Should be fine for line though, guys. Clean it.
You need it? No.
Just to it.
We're perfect.
Sweepers like it, Chelsea.
Line's good.
Yeah, listen to that for the young players watching that. Listen to all of that. That's Kevin Cooey giving some feedback on how he thinks he threw it. The sweepers chatting back and forth about what they think the weight is. That's just great shot management. And will result in the 2 points for Team Cooey. So it will be a 5-3 lead for Team Sluchinski.
Curling Alberta presents the 2024 Boston Pizza Cup, presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Brought to you by Boston Pizza, dedicated to establishing strong relationships with the community and supporting local sports. By Best Western Hotels and Resorts, a curler's home away from home. By Curling Alberta, spreading the power of sport through curling and inspiring the curlers of today and tomorrow. By the Hinton Curling Club and the local hosting committee. By the town of Hinton, a community of opportunity. By the dedicated local sponsors. And produced by Curling Stadium to bring the excitement to you.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
I think we're there.
Easy early, room.
And we welcome you back to our final end of play here at the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. Chelsea, This has been absolutely wild. An incredible story so far. Cooey picks up 2 points here in the 9th end. One has to wonder if it's too little, too late.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. But again, stranger things have happened. You try to make Aaron throw against 3 here and hope that his rock picks or something. I mean, that's all you can do. But we're going to see Team Sluchinski hit everything in sight, and Team Cooey keep everything in play possible and give themselves some freezes and some taps and just try to keep some rocks in play, and in a perfect world sit 3 and then hope for a pretty big miss. I don't love the chances of that given how well Aaron Sluchinski has played, but that's your only hope.
Got a curl. Hard. Freeze it.
Now, Chelsea, as our event winds down, and as all the games come to a close here at the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup, you and your colleagues and all of the commentators in the booth this week have been absolutely marvelous in presenting and showcasing curling to all of our viewers here in the province with great insights, with deliberate calls, and of course, with a little bit of fun entertainment with the insides on some of these athletes. I know that it's been a long week for both of these teams for the whole entire event, but to have such an incredible game this far, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know what? There's a good chance we're going to see this game again at the Briar.
Sorry, Doc. Good throw.
And speaking of the Briar, as it looks right now, we might be treated to a few Alberta matchups.
Yeah, I think you're going to see, I mean, Botcher's obviously already in, and it looks like it's going to be Sluchinski, and if it is, then Kevin Cooey will get in as a wild card. So likely seeing 3 Alberta teams at the Briar, which is awesome.
I know our fans at home would love to see that happen. They can't wait. They're going to mark it on their calendars when it comes around. But another way that you can, right at the very end, viewers at home, participate here is by purchasing your last-minute tickets for the 50-50. Our total pot for tonight is $16,290. You're going to take half of that home, and the other half is going to go to the Hinton Curling Club.
It's a pretty nice number.
It's like a reward for watching curling. You know?
Yeah, I love that. I've watched a lot of curling in my life. I wish I got more rewards for it.
Yep.
A little more.
Whoa!
One more.
Yep.
Back
Oh, curl. Straight. Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. Whoa. No, nothing on the shooter. No.
Good shot.
Curl.
Very good.
It's a little hit and roll behind the center line guard for Team Cooey, trying to create something in the house there that they can use to steal a few points here in the last end.
Like, you can't jam it into this.
Okay.
This is no good.
Pocket. Yeah.
Having this.
But with this setup so far, Chelsea, game not
over.
over.
The top, it's fine too.
Yeah.
Definitely not over, but Aaron makes a great point there that you would love for there to be an option for this to jam into that yellow and stay, but there isn't. So a straight peel's okay, but if Kerr takes any of those rocks in the house with this, he's very happy.
Whoa.
Just jams on the side.
Aaron lied to us.
Fractions, and that's doing a whole different thing.
I mean, still not huge risk here for Team Sluchinski, but like I said, for Team Cooey, all you're trying to do, I say that like it's a small thing, it's not, is sit 3 at the end of this end and make him throw against the loss.
Whoa. Let's stop.
Good.
I don't know, do we ever guard these other ones?
Or I can rip this into those. What if we ever just double those back ones?
Rip those 2 out? He's got a lot of work still.
Like he'll have to run?
He's got a lot of work.
You want to call time here? Or we run it in, I don't care.
I yelled and break his ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to call time? Or I like it.
Okay. So electing not to call a timeout right now, but to head over to the side of the sheet and get rid of these 2 reds here.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Jeremy
back up.
Hardy.
Hard. Hard. Keep going. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Clean.
Jared Drummond really working on it. Both of them go with ease.
Threes? Same as in 8?
As it has been, I'd say, yeah.
And as you see the crowd in the background there, you can't help but notice the tightness as our knowledgeable crowd is starting to understand what this end is really going to represent here in just a few short stones.
Still there. Room.
Now the question is who's going to be the champion out of it? So far it's looking like Team Sluchinski as they lead 5-3 here in our 10th end of play.
Easy. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Shot. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Team Cooey being sneaky as always.
So Tyler Tardy drawing behind all of the minutia on the center line, right to the back of the 8-foot, creating another level of complexity here for this end.
If we peel, are you going to have an easy shot or no?
Timeout.
Yeah.
So just taking a look at the time behind Team Sluchinski over there, calling that timeout, aware that they are going to have to make some decisions here and needing a little bit of extra time. Summoning Mickey Pendergast again. And now
exactly. So if we peel,
I might stand to be corrected, but I believe that Mickey Pendergast lost a provincial final, for sure a semifinal. And if the outcome works in Sluchinski's favor today, this might be his trip to his very first Brier.
Another or something. I don't know.
Would love to see that for him.
We would all love to see that for him. And for the rest of the group too as well.
He has a board leader to like chip in and sit 3 or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Hit. I'll trip it.
So what have they decided here, Chelsea?
They're just going to peel this guard, and I like this call because Kevin Cooey still, like I've said, is trying to sit 3 somehow. There's no way, I don't think, on the way the rocks currently are, that he can sit 3. I think that yellow always jams on the back red, so he's still got a lot of work to do. I think this is a smart call.
Jeremy Hardy with his final stone here in 10 of the Boston Pizza Alberta Championship, trying to make a good one.
Roll it out.
Good sweep.
Good sweep, Care.
You know, as we head into Skips Rocks here, Chelsea, and if you're Team Sluchinski, I know the work isn't done yet. There's 2 more stones still here for them to play. But you really got to be happy with your performance so far today in this provincial final.
Oh yeah, they've played incredible. All of them, really, like top to bottom. Just a pure show of great shot making, and
I don't mind that roll
in a big game and against a very well-known team that can, player that can be pretty intimidating. And Kevin Cooey, it's really just been impressive to watch the level of performance that they brought in this game.
Kind of like that back 12 I threw 2 ends ago.
Okay. Love that.
You know, and I think about Team Cooey here this week too as well, Chelsea. And though if they lose this game, the outcome might be disappointing, as a new foursome or as a rearranged foursome, really they've had such a great week to themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, both teams have put on a show here this week, and it's been really fun for all of us as viewers to watch all the great games and the momentum shifts and the great shots and the misses and everything. It's been a blast of a week, and like I say, luckily we're probably going to see both of these teams at the Brier regardless, so we might get treated to more of this.
Yeah, shape dinner.
So promoting that redstone just behind the tee line, off to our left as we see it, but setting up a little thin double there for Aaron Sluchinski in his first stone here in the 10th end.
Yeah, and if he makes this, it's basically game over. So big shot here for Aaron.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard. Oh, whoa.
So a little thick and over the top. Removes one stone out of play, but gives Kui the opportunity to potentially sit 3 and the loss or the win, however you want to look at it, into view.
Which was their goal at the start of this end. So you make this and you hope for a miscue from, I mean, I don't think he's going to flash it. So best case is an extra end, but you hope you get a rollout from Aaron Sluchinski.
Now, of course, we're always looking at the score clock when Kevin Kui is throwing in 40 seconds on the board. That is tons of time for Team Kui here to throw this last stone.
That is eons for Kevin Kui. He could play a whole end in 40 seconds.
Final stone for Kevin Kui here in the 10th end. Looking to remove this yellow stone out of play and sit 3.
Just board.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Yes. Hard. Keep it there. Whoa. Yep.
Girl.
Whoa.
Go.
Whoa. No.
That's good shot.
It's perfect.
Perfect shot.
Well, it's not over till it's over, Chelsea.
That's good, too.
Kevin seems disappointed. I think he wanted to stick that closer, but I think that's, I agree. I think that's pretty perfect.
I throw it hard at that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chelsea, just a few short weeks ago, we watched the Alberta Sentinel Scotties, and we saw it come down to its final stone between Selena Sturmey and Kayla Skurlik. Shot for the win. We've got a couple of options here. Now, if this is you, and you've been in this situation before, Chelsea, you're seeing the broom go up here for the championship point. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the most natural call, but if you ever feather the top one, you could lose the game. I think I'm hitting the top, that top red rock and trying to roll in or trying to make the double.
Hard. Clean. Hard.
Love to hear that word.
Yeah, love clean.
And just like that, Alberta and Canada, you see it here right now. Team Sluchinski, your 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup champions, and your Team Alberta at the 2024 Montana's Brier. Congratulations, Team Sluchinski. Look at that, Selly.
What an amazing week for Team Sluchinski. What an amazing game.
He's going to find that photo now.
And kudos to Team Kui. They had a marvelous week. They were faced with tough competitors from across the province within these wonderful borders. And we couldn't be more proud to see these two teams here this evening. Team Sluchinski with the final shot.
I know.
Wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful to see a new name on that trophy here in 2024.
So Boston Pizza moment of the game, Evan. What are we going
Drum
with?
roll. Drum roll. You know what, Chelsea? You know exactly which one it's going to be. We talked about it at the start of the game. Who is going to be the catalyst? Who is going to be the spark under this team? And where the matchup truly lied in this game. And we saw it at the second stones. And you know the one and only with that incredible shot. Take it away, my friend.
Yeah, it is one of the best shots I've ever seen in my life. Kara Drummond made a triple on 3 guards and ran one of them back into the house and killed a Red Rock and spun another Red Rock out. It was absolutely unreal, and for me, that's the Boston Pizza moment of the game, going to Kara Drummond.
So congratulations, Kara Drummond, in your Boston Pizza moment of the game, and congratulations to Team Sluchinski. What a marvelous week. We know you're going to represent all of us competitors, the town and communities in Alberta, Hinton itself, Bill Thomson Arena, and all Albertans. We are so proud to watch you move forward into the Montana's Brier here in just a few short weeks. And fans and viewers at home, if you are kicking around, the medal presentation is just going to be happening in a few short moments here, where we're going to see our newly crowned provincial champions. And well deserved at that.
There's nothing quite like winning your first one, and that celebration is fun to watch, and it brings back a lot of memories and gets me a little bit emotional. This is just awesome to see, and very happy for this team. They played so well all week, and they played absolutely unbelievable today. And to your point, Evan, will be amazing representatives of Alberta at the Brier. We'll also see Team Cooey there, so just couldn't be better for Alberta curling. We get 3 teams at the Brier, which is absolutely unreal.
So viewers at home, viewers across the nation, on behalf of Curling Alberta, on behalf of the hosting committee, the players, and our organization, my name is Evan Asmussen. I've been joined with the lovely 2-time Scotties champion, Chelsea Carey. We have been so thankful for all the other broadcasters who have joined us this week to provide you non-stop coverage to Curling Stadium and their live coverage across the sheets. We truly are privileged to be able to see curling at our fingertips, to be able to see our loved ones, our friends, our families out here doing what they do best. This has been an incredible experience, not only for us as athletes, not only for the people watching today, but of course, for the future generations who are waiting to take a crack at these 2 teams and to find themselves in this position sometime in the future. And your champions of the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup, Team Sluchinski. Now we're going to listen in here to the closing remarks. So stay tuned in, stay seated, and wipe those tears from your eyes, my friends, because this is a special moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the dignitaries for our closing ceremonies. Our host chair, Sherry French and Dawson Picard. Gentlemen Hay, Boston Pizza franchisee and Boston Pizza Northern Alberta representative. And Curling Alberta's Executive Director, Jill Richard. We would like to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered on the traditional and ancestral lands of the Cree, Dene, Dakota Sioux, Saulteaux, and Métis people. The Curling Alberta Curling Championship is taking place in the region covered by Treaty 6. We honor and respect the long-standing connections of the Indigenous peoples to this land, and we express our gratitude for their stewardship over the generations. As we come together for the love of curling, we recognize the importance of acknowledging the historical and ongoing contributions of Indigenous people to this area. May this championship be a celebration of unity, sportsmanship, and mutual respect. Let us all strive to build positive relationships and shared understanding as we enjoy this event on Treaty 6 territory. Thank you. We'll now meet our teams and present the medals. Let's all give a big round of applause to the silver medalists of the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We are called on Shannon Hay and Sherry French to come to the trophy table to present the medals. Please join me in congratulating Coach Mike Libis, Lee Merrick Mark, second, John Wilson, third, Tyler Carney, and fifth, Kevin Cooley.
And there you have it, Team Cooey, your provincial silver medalists. And what a great performance by them this week. Congratulations, Team Kui.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a very proud round of applause to the winners of the 2024 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup and your team, Alberta, Team Sluchinski. Now we'll honor each of the individual members of Team Sluchinski with the provincial gold medals. Once again, Sheldon and Sherry, can you please present the medals? Coach Mickey Pendergrass. Lead Dylan Webster. Second, Kurt Drummond. Third, Jeremy Harvey. And still, Aaron Sluchinski.
And there you have it, friends. Team Alberta and a knowledgeable crowd welcoming in your newly crowned Team Alberta.
The Boston Pizza 2024 Cup goes to Team Sluchinski.
Getting it positioned properly.
And so well deserved. I mean, honestly, Chelsea, this has just been marvelous. What a great performance, and we can only hope to see that at the Briar in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to like their chances if they play like they did today. They were solid, top to bottom, just an unbelievable performance put on by Team Sluchinski today. And have to think that they'll be bringing that into the Briar, which is very exciting.
And if I was a team watching this provincial championship, I would be very, very, very curious and very, very, very aware of this team moving forward, because they are going to be a force to be reckoned with when they step foot on the ice at the Briar.
Yeah, they're a sleeper pick. If you're a betting person, I'd look at the odds on Team Sluchinski, because I bet that their actual odds to win might be better than the line that they get.
So if you didn't already get your 50-50 tickets, then you be prepared to bet on Team Sluchinski at the Briar, because you'd be making big money, honey.
Yeah, you would.
Chelsea, I can't thank you enough for this evening, for all your hard work, for what you do in our curling community. You are a great representation of sport, of women in sport, of empowering young people and young minds to talk curling, to be okay, and to live in a world where talking about curling is welcomed and honored. You are an incredible wealth of knowledge. We are so glad to have you here. I hope that you continue to do this work, because you are absolutely marvelous. So thank you so much for spending your time with us this week and on our Championship Sunday. This has been phenomenal.
My goodness, you're going to make me cry. Thank you very much. I love doing this. I love curling, and this has been a blast for me. It was great to hang out with you today. I mean, I feel like you and I could have been sitting in a living room chatting about curling, and we get to do it on mics for everybody to listen to us. It's
next time. They're going to give us our own booth next time.
Perfect. No, it's been a lot of fun. I'm honored to be part of it, and we were treated to some amazing curling this whole week, but certainly these last couple days, and yeah, I mean, I can't wait for the Briar now.
Great final. We're very excited that we have 3 teams from Alberta going to the Briar. It's going to be a great Briar.
And friends, for those of you who are joining us in the 4th and the 5th end, Sheldon Hayes here, great supporter of curling in our province, a wonderful owner, wonderful franchisee, a representation of Boston Pizza, foundations of curling. He's building those blocks here for our communities, and we cannot thank him enough. And here we are as we close out our event.
been invaluable in making this event a remarkable success. Thank you to all the fans for your unwavering support. We trust that everyone enjoyed their time in our picturesque town and wish you all safe travels back home.
It really has been an amazing week. This now concludes our closing ceremonies for the event. Thank you all for being here, celebrating, and having a great week with us. Have a safe drive home. See you again.
My name is Evan Asmussen. I was joined by Chelsea Carey on behalf of the broadcasting crew here at Curling Alberta. We thank you for tuning in for our closing ceremonies, and we wish Team Sluchinski all the best of luck. Chelsea, till next time.
Till next time. Thank you, Evan. You were awesome.
Thank you.
And thanks to everybody involved in this production. It's been a blast.
Take care, everybody. Be safe. And of course, tune in to the Home End podcast hosted by yours truly every Monday night. And you might just see a few of these special friends there tomorrow night talking about all things curling, all things great, all things wonderful in our sport. Have a lovely night. Wherever you are, be safe, get home safely, and take care of yourselves.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.